My gosh, what kind of creepy music is this? Hello! Hello, everybody! Welcome to Don't Make Us Bored, Corndan and Brosentia's variety show. I am Corndan, and we've actually got more
And I'm
variety.
Brosentia. Are you?
Are you Brosentia?
Are you Corndan?
Did I say that I was Corndan?
You should.
You absolutely did.
Cool. Yep, I'm Corndan. I don't care. That's just how it's going to be from here.
What you are all talking about.
Apparently I introduced myself as Corndan, which literally just happened. I'll just introduce myself however I want. I'm Brosentia. There, that's how I want to introduce myself. I'm Brosentia. We've got Corndan here. Hello, Corndan.
Yeah, I am here.
Yeah, who else do we hear?
I'm here with two of our friends,
Oh my gosh.
Flannel Cat and Faizu.
I'm Brosentia.
Oh my
I'm
god.
Corndan.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. Flannel Cat, thank you for resubscribing. That's not why we have you here.
Yeah, you brought me in just so I'd give you $5. I got it. It's cool.
Yeah, actually, yeah, we're just getting ready for the stream. We're gonna be playing MonsterCon. It's the 4th one. Yeah, we've been. Oh, Faizu, thank you as well.
There, that's the money for getting me into tonight's game.
Yes.
Winner take all, right?
I mean, I didn't try hard to get you into tonight's game.
Yeah,
But I
not
was
at
starting to
all.
wonder if it was worth my subscription.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it. Corndan, I appreciate it. Thank you, Faizu. You're awesome. Yeah, we are going to be playing through MonsterCon, probably, as usually happens with these games.
This is not a PG stream.
Yeah, this is not going to be family friendly, okay? This is going to be family antagonistic, just FYI.
Not really that usually, though.
Stream
We take up
language.
people's time and
Well,
make them play very bad games.
Well, yes. Right, but this is a good game, probably. I mean, we haven't played it yet, so I don't know. And inevitably, something's going to happen, like I'm going to be, you know, reading about eating ass. That's what's going to happen, because that's what happened in the past. So that's the sort of bad words that are going to happen tonight.
I have added mature language warning to the title. There we go. Now you can talk about that.
I mean, I was going to talk about it anyway.
It's
This
true,
is what
it's
happens
true.
when you type me up.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a fun time. I always enjoy the MonsterCon or Monster Prom games. Yeah, every one of them that I've played has been a blast and really sort of has the same sort of energy, the same vibes. Let me go ahead and turn off gods. Get out of here, gods. Good Genesis music, but we've got more important things. We've got MonsterCon. Let me go ahead and pull this up.
Who is starting the game? Which one of us is hosting?
Let's see. I think that it can be any of us. How come? Oh my
I
gosh.
figured,
Okay.
like, it's your
Please?
show.
Why?
Yeah,
can't host
Brosentia
it.
starting it.
Yeah, let me
I mean,
let me
I
go
can
ahead and
too.
move on over. I can do it. I can do it. How come the music's not coming through now? Thank
I have
you,
a-
Oh,
technology.
Crappy's just dancing in the middle of the game now.
looks really cute there.
Yeah, actually.
That's kind of Crappy's thing, just intruding on everything. Crappy, why are you here? What have you done to my life? Get out of here, Crappy. Okay.
You like fake Garfield all over everything? This cat
Yeah.
probably has lore that I can't remember.
I'm sure it does.
The cat has lore. Let's see.
Yeah.
There's 3 orange cats on the screen.
The pink, it's probably one of her Eldritch Abomination rivals, but I love that the pink cat in the background is, oh god, what's his name again? Juan the Magical
that's
Latino Cat?
Tim the... No, that's you.
Yeah, Juan's the one all the way in the
Juan.
back, right?
Yeah, that's Juan.
Okay, restarting the game to see if I can get the audio to come through correctly. Please? You want to do this for me? game? You want to give me audio?
I forget what part Juan played in Monster Road Trip.
Okay,
because I know Juan got us all drunk in Monster Camp.
We're gonna do it this way.
I remember no such thing.
Are you? There we go. Yeah, we've got music.
Nice. The opening music is great.
Okay, this is a good intro song. Monster's the way I feel, FYI. It's true. Yeah, this is going to be a blast, everybody. The devs, absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for sending me a key. I bought your DLC. That way we can have the game and have a MonsterCon happen now. Let me go ahead and start hosting then online. Do we need tutorials?
A good question.
I mean, sure.
There's
Let's
probably
show
new
story.
mechanics.
Okay, yeah, we'll do. Do we want to
ones.
hear awesome voice effects, or would we rather?
I mean, you do
I like
whatever.
awesome voices.
I like the awesome voices.
Okay,
Me
we're
too.
doing voices, yay.
Sweet.
Let's do voices. Good to see people in chat, by the way. Yeah. Okay, I need to hide this so y'all don't see what... You know what? Never mind. We are gonna do... What's a good ID? 3...
I think you hit the join.
What? Oh, did
You
I?
hit join.
Create.
Yeah.
There. Okay. Okay, 1552. Please join. And if anybody joins who isn't part of these people... Oh, I can kick them. Oh my gosh, that's cool. Yay! Yeah, welcome everybody.
George 17.
Come and
That's
have
me.
fun. What do we want to do? Short, regular, or long?
I mean, this is the only thing for Don't Make Us Bored.
It's true. 2 hours and a half.
I'm into
Sure.
Okay, yeah,
Let's do it.
let's rock. Okay. Oh my gosh,
Ooh.
OST.
it. Oh.
I'm confused by the fact that you get to choose the OST rather than us being able to do it individually for our own games.
Look, all you need to worry about is, unfortunately, we are subject to whatever Brosencha decides is the OST.
I like
Wait.
retro.
Will be the worst.
Retro's kind of good. What about Kawaii Future
I'm
Base?
in Kawaii Future Base too.
I mean, Kawaii Future Base is just kind of my mood.
Sure, why not?
Okay, we're doing Kawaii Future Base. That's... SpookyCon. For some, it was just a nerdy convention, but for us... It was 4 days to celebrate our many passions and obsessions fiercely, unapologetically. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know people are going to be coming in throughout the hours, so just come in and relax, enjoy throughout the hours. Yeah. We weren't alone. Regardless of what you loved, you could always find people who'd make you feel seen and understood. This is what a monster needs, understanding. Anywhere else, we
Sure.
might have
Oh,
been...
absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Rawr. See, you understand me. Rawr. Anywhere else, we might have been seen as weirdos and misfits, but here, we could finally feel like no matter who we were, we belonged. Who am I gonna be, though? Oh my gosh, okay.
Oh wow, you get to pick before any of us now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, because he hosted.
Name? We're gonna just go Oz, or do we generally use our own names?
We
I'm
did
gonna
in the
type your name
past.
Okay, well, in that case, here we go. Brosencha. Okay, there we go. Bam. Brosencha.
I hope they like my cosplay.
I think that's the guy you picked last time, too.
He's the best. He's got weird ghost bumps. Yeah, many thanks. Come and enjoy. If you don't know what Monster Prom, Con, any of these games are, essentially, we are trying to... Actually, I don't know the objective. It's usually to find love.
Shopping.
Cat, if you're not cat, I'm gonna be upset. Oh. Faizu, if you're not a cat, I'm gonna be upset.
I mean, the option was there. I just wasn't sure if I wasn't sure if Flannel Cat was going to get upset about this or not.
Whatever, she's got a knife.
I'll play as the hunter, sure. I love her, Robbie.
My
She's
name is
great.
Flannel Cat. I'm gonna have a knife.
She's such an incredible dork.
Arabi is great.
The first time I'm not playing is what's her name? Not Lucy. Victoria? No, the blue Frankenstein lady is Vicky, right?
Yes.
But as dreamy as Spooky Con was, it also came with its own set of pressures, some of which we already knew so well. One of those is called getting less sober as the night goes on, so let's... Uh-oh.
I can't have a lot of alcohol anymore, so...
Oh yeah, that's fine.
You can be less sober for me.
Oh, can somebody else cause it to progress? Because I can't.
I cannot. It says not your turn.
Ah. Apparently
it's my turn.
At the end of those 4 days, the after party loomed over our heads, posing that one evergreen question. Would we get a date for that night? Yes, we're dating again, boys. And Cat.
Wow.
It was meant to be inclusive, but then I realized it was very gendered, and no.
No, don't worry. I can hear your boys at an I at the end. It's
boys. Yeah, actually, that was a little more southern.
Boys.
Boy, I say boy. Oh, hello, David TKI. Welcome. This is gonna be pretty crude, so enjoy. Ooh, we've got Zoe, an eldritch cutie who went from endless deity and harbinger of destruction to author of the renowned fanfic Liam Prom. Uh-oh.
Zoe was the first DLC character.
Liam de Lioncourt. Uh-oh. Of course she's sitting right next to Liam. A hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dork.
No.
Doug Campbell, 24, kind-hearted slime that was incredibly broke from supporting all the fandoms he loved. Uh-oh.
Big dad bod energy.
Omen, an evil overlord who was recently freed from imprisonment in exchange for giving up her passion for stabbing people. Oh.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, same. Nico Sharp, an over-the-top mimic who preferred cosplay over shapeshifting, even if they weren't the best at getting into character. Okay, okay. And April 1st, 24. A clown idol who was contractually obligated to bottle up all of her non-camera ready emotions inside cute mascots. I'm glad that she's a monster.
Clowns are monsters.
It had to be one of them.
That this is...
Ooh. We have 4 days to gather some courage and shoot our shot. It's 4 days. What was the worst that could happen? Being rejected and alone the rest of our lives? Ha! We had our fair share of love and rejection. This surely wasn't our first rodeo. And as we had grown to know ourselves better, we realized we felt more confident. Now you'll have to choose 3 things you like. Each like is tied to one or several romance options. Okay, okay. Your likes will soft lock you into some ROs you'll encounter more often. Ooh, those are romance options. You can correct this soft lock by meeting other ROs in the food court, which you'll see later. Ooh, okay. After the likes phase, you'll be asked to choose a top 3 within a category. You'll choose your first, second, and third favorite option in descending order. This will shape your starting stats. Ah! Okay, 3 things I like. Balloon-based sculptures, drunken karaoke. Oh my god.
I feel like you like most of these.
Only one bet. The villain wins. Role-playing in bed. Oh my god. Where's the furry option?
You'd better pick iambic pentameters.
Okay, like, sometimes I intentionally speak in iambic pentameter and people don't realize. And that's probably for the best. Fine, fine. I'll choose iambic pentameters. we're gonna go with the Dakimakura against loneliness. I had some friends send me. Yeah, I have a couple of them because a friend sent me some. Don't actually have them on a pillow though. I don't have a pillow that'll fit, so we just have them hanging up somewhere. Fighting in the shipping wars, both headcanons and headcanons.
3 things that I like. No, I'm not answering any questions.
Yeah, do it, baby.
I'm not asking any questions. I'm just taking notes.
Only one bed seems like a good idea, but, you know, it depends on the size of the bed, I feel.
Oh my gosh, when I was first with Justin...
My bed is California... My bed's
Only
California
one bed.
King. That's a pretty good bed.
A hotel roommate situation.
When I was first in Justin, I went to grad school. We were gonna stay on campus, and they wouldn't let us stay in like the married housing because they're like, "You're not married." And we're like, "We can't legally be married," and they made us stay in the single housing, and we just had to put the 2 beds together. It was very annoying. I don't even know what you chose.
Not the worst.
Fighting in the shipping wars, Dakimakuras, and overspending on limited edition blind boxes.
Okay. 3
rings
favorite
true, yeah.
magical girl tropes. Uh-oh. Okay. I gotta go with first. We're gonna go with Bam, Bam, Bam. There.
You're kind of right. You're close. You just got things in slightly the wrong order. Okay, clearly we need to do a stream at some point where we are doing a rating of the top 3 magical girl tropes, just for the argument.
Yeah, we weren't new to all this, so this time we challenged ourselves with a goal other than finding love. Oh my gosh.
Let's go!
With the support of Zoe and Liam, we have decided to take on a project we have been putting off for too freaking long. Making our own comic. Oh my god.
Oh, yes.
Look at us. We're gonna go. We had so many ideas, and yet we always found excuses not to work on them. I made a small comic for, was it my undergrad writing class? Yeah. That was interesting. But the con was the perfect setting to find inspiration and go for it.
Can we see this comic?
Choose our genre. Ooh, fighting or...
Baby, unlock the genres.
We
Lock and
have
flip the
locked
line.
genres. I want fighting.
Okay.
Personally.
Sure.
The fear of failure has stopped us for too long, but then we reminded ourselves of the one thing that always kept us going. That we were young and unafraid. And we were ready to start. Heck
I am
yeah.
ready to start that.
I'm not afraid.
You sure it's my turn?
Uh-oh. Who is it? Wait a second, champ.
Looking at your screen.
Yeah, no need to rush. Oh, yeah, no need to rush into this. We're here to give you some tips on how to do cons the right way. Think of it like some sort of tutorial. God knows you could use one of those. As everyone knows, the main activity at con is finding love. Yeah, I know it isn't really, but this is Bro Sancho we're talking about. Look at him. He's probably aiming to get a date at the big con after party. Yes, the silence speaks volumes. Well, if you want to get a date, you'd better get to know the other person and what they look for in a potential partner. Exactly. Do they share dreams and fears? Are your visions of the world in sync? Are your souls truly compatible? Too complicated. Let's say someone's personality can be defined through 5 traits. Smarts, boldness, creativity, charm, and fun. Let's call them stats. It sounds cooler and more video gamey. A tad reductive, but let's work with that. Then you have to ask yourself, is your fun high enough for someone who loves to party? Is your boldness low enough for someone who likes peace and quiet? Sometimes people are even more ambiguous. Like, they may like someone who's just balanced. The point is, everyone has their standards, stat standards. And if by some chance you want to go to the party by yourself, which is a totally valid option if that's your jam, don't think you'll be exempt from managing your stats. You can still fail at it. There's more stuff to keep in mind, but let's cover that later, okay? There was a panel I wanted to check out. Sounds good, and I have to rehearse the next tutorial. Have fun, Brosencha. Okay. Oh my gosh, where do I want to go? Merch Hall. I want to go to the main stage. You attend a panel on how to seamlessly add loot boxes to games. The shorter answer is that you shouldn't. Okay, that's good. This turns out to be invaluable knowledge that makes your game too smarts. Oh, okay, cool. Pay 10 monster tokens to open a mystery box with a bonus random amount of smarts. JK. Grab some glow sticks and do some vocal warm-ups. You, Liam, and Doug are watching April perform a concert today. April! Whoa! Go, April! Knock him dead! This is Doug, by the way. You know she doesn't go on stage for another hour, right? Yeah, but I still want her to know we're here to support her so she'll do well. Unfortunately, whether or not April's concert goes well is out of all of our hands. Good idol concert needs vigor. Cohesion, functional glow stick choreography. And April's Fools, well, just look at them. Y'all look at the crowd attempting to pump their glowed sticks into the beat of the song playing on the loudspeaker. If you were trying to time your heart to the asynchronous beat the April's Fools produce, you'd surely go into cardiac arrest. Oh God, they really are terrible. What if April's concert is bad? She'll be so sad. She might get depressed and quit music and shave all her hair off. That's a bit extreme. Extreme problems require extreme freakouts, Liam. We have to make sure this concert goes well. April's life basically depends on it. It's up to you guys to save the concert. How can you make April's Fools be more in sync? Okay, we can make a deal with the devil. April's Fools will gain decent coordination in exchange for 10 years of their lives. Okay. Or harvest all their souls and hoard them all together inside a single raccoon and bring them back. It's like a coordination furry boot camp. Oh my God.
You know what you gotta pick.
I don't think I have the creativity to make that work, but let's go for it. There's still an hour before the concert, more than enough time for bonding by raccoon after some serious spell casting. What the hell? What just happened? I feel crowded and stinky and kind of rabid. Same. All evidence suggests that Prosentia just harvested our souls inside of a single raccoon. What? God damn it! I hate when he does this.
It's not that bad.
It's not so bad. We just have to synergize with the hundreds of other April's Fools in here. How is that not so bad? Let's just make the best of the bad situation, all right? There's no room for negativity inside this raccoon. We all gotta work together to control the body. Liam, do you want to be in charge of the toes, the left eardrum, or the uterus? The uterus, you say? That would be new for me. You reverse the spell an hour later. Please impregnate me. I don't want to lose my eggs. Oh, no. Oh, it's over. Thank God, Brosentia. You'll be hearing from my therapist. April goes on stage to perform, and the concert goes off without a hitch. Furry Boot Camp was a success. Yeah, that's right. That's a screenshot. Thanks for coming, guys. We had a really good show tonight. The crowd was so in sync. Would you say we were so in sync it was as if we'd bonded over operating the body of a small animal together? Did Prosentia do the harvest everyone's souls in a raccoon thing again? Yes?
You're the best.
Aw, you're the best. You gain 2 smarts and lose 2 boldness. Never underestimate the power of team building inside the body of a raccoon.
Let's go.
I love that whole thing was again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
Ooh.
like to hear about the first time. I have questions.
I just need to know, have you done this to us, Brosentia?
You know, do you remember anything?
A little too much.
Oh no. Well, then I have to admit, no, I haven't. Why would I do that? Okay, cc.gay, thank you so much for subscribing. I have to say that
Wait a
name
second.
whenever I get the chance.
It's time for a new episode of Tutorials with Liam and Zoe. Yes, we realised we've explained the importance of managing stats, but we didn't cover how to manage them properly.
Oh, I like that voice.
Exactly. Stats can be managed in a number of ways, but let's cover the most important one. That'd be experiencing the sort of absurd and exciting adventures that usually take place once you visit a location. Let's call these experiences events for short.
Oh, cool.
Normally, during an event, you face a conflict you must solve by choosing between potential solutions. Options, if you will. What you choose will define you as a person. If you choose a smart option, you'll gain smarts. Yeah, if you choose to punch a bear, that'd be quite bold of you, so you'd gain boldness. But stats are also lost when choosing an option. Every path not taken is a stat lost. Which is to say, if you choose the smart option instead of punching the bear, then you'd gain smarts but lose boldness.
Ooh.
Just try not to punch a bear, okay?
No, punch the bear!
Look, there are definitely bears at this con.
Good.
Liam, let the cat punch a bear if that's who she is as a person. Anyway, there are a few more ways of managing stats, like... Liam, write those down in a manual or something. I really wanted to go check out those limited figurines I told you about. True, we can keep giving you tips later, yes? In the meantime, don't get yourself killed.
Yeah, punch bears are scary, David TKI. They're not only in Sierra games, they're also in bad NES games. And also in bad Sierra games.
There are bears in many games, and they're always bad news.
And they like to punch.
Yeah, they really do. You attend a workshop at the Community Zone. A renowned hairstylist is teaching the top 5 anime hairstyles to hide your bald spot. You thought the Sailor Moon fringe would look good on you, but the Yu-Gi-Oh! Star shape takes the cake. It needs a metric ton of hair gel, but it really brings out your features.
Ooh.
Man, you can't wait to be bald. You gain +2 fun and +1 amazing hairstyle.
Very nice. Eggplant Wiz, thanks for subscribing. Good to have you here.
Now it's time to enter the world of heroines with miniskirts and transformation sequences. You're attending a discussion on Magical Girl anime.
Yes!
The Magical Girl Roundtable has begun. All of us love Magical Girls, right? Of course, it's a genre that both empowers women and gives us upskirt shots.
Zoe like
It makes my sense of feminism take a screenshot. True, and they're so relatable. They have mascots like me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've noticed. Liam Senpai, what about you?
So mainstream.
Honestly, I think the whole magical girl trope is a little played out. You take that back. I will not. There are basically only 2 types of magical girl anime. Ones that copied the Sailor Moon formula and ones that try too hard to be edgy. Then surely you're willing to put your money where your mouth is and come up with something better.
Yeah.
Of course. They should make a magical girl anime where... I mean... You and I were just talking about this the other day. Tell everyone about my amazing subversion of magical girl tropes.
I like your amazing subversion of ever saying your name.
I will find new ways to do it as the night goes on, I'm sure. Oh, how can you say no to such a pathetically cute request? Come up with a new twist on the magical girl genre. The next step for the magical girl is the logical one, the magical middle-aged woman with new unique tropes like magical soccer mom and magical MILF.
Oh, I'm listening.
Interesting.
There's one thing that has never been challenged in magical girl anime. It's time for a magic girl who wears pants.
Oh!
I've got to go for the logical option. We need the magical middle-aged woman. This is a spin-off series I'd like to see.
That's fair.
Quite a disruptive choice.
Yes, exactly. It's a reflection on how the passage of time is inescapable, even for magical girls. Do magical middle-aged women still fight evil? When they can. It's hard to find time to save the world when you've got a full-time job, 2.5 kids, and a husband who won't even look at you during you-know-what anymore.
Oh, no.
But beating up bad guys is the best part of being a magical girl. Nonsense. There's plenty of fun things about being a magical middle-aged woman. 40 is the new 14.
I love this.
Indeed, magical middle-aged women can enjoy getting day drunk on wine or having an affair with their children's soccer coach. His name is Adam, and his hair is greying, but in a very sexy way.
Ooh.
And don't worry, they'll still got to fight the incredibly annoying mom who derails every PTA meeting. Is that really as fun as fighting an evil monster and saving the world? There's only one way to know, Nico, by testing it out.
Yeah.
You all spend the rest of the day drinking wine, checking out older men, and crashing a PTA meeting. You even make some uppity bitch named Sharon cry.
Yeah.
You all were right. Being a middle-aged woman is fun. You gain +2 smarts for devising such a mature twist on this genre, but you lose -2 creativity for devising such a mature twist. You know what, I'm not going to question it.
Let's speedrun this shit.
Hey,
Ooh, it's
shout-outs
me.
to
Okay,
speedruns.
My bad. Okay. We are going to LobbyCon it.
LobbyCon.
You decide to
around
walk
it.
around the lobby, which is the most intimidating activity at the con for anyone who's not a social butterfly. Some random people ask you to take a pic of them, and you're forced to push people around to actually move. You even say bless you to someone who sneezed.
Ooh.
Look at
That's why
you
I'm shocked and
socializing.
horrified.
Here's how. Here. +2 boldness.
Okay.
You're checking in the con schedule with Doug, April, and Zoe when you notice a buff blood bug giving out free hugs. Howdy, friends! Anyone want a hug? I understand if not, but... I can't do a lot of voices, but we're gonna...
That was
I'd
good.
love a hug.
That was good.
Oh, thank you! You're so nice, I just... Gosh, I'm so sorry, I'm getting snot all over you!
Oh no.
Don't worry about it. I'm basically just a big sentient snot. Cry all you need, big fella.
It's true.
Thank you! I'm just so happy you're the first person to want a hug from me all day!
Aw.
What? But free hugs are amazing. Why wouldn't anyone want one? Well, unfortunately there's a ring of nefarious hug dealers out there who are just trying to get people addicted to free hugs. The first one's free, but then they charge you more and more for each hug after.
What?
And once word got around, most people started avoiding free huggers. Yeah, it sucks. Hugging strangers was so wholesome until those darn hug dealers ruined it.
Wow.
We can't let that slide. I swear my friends and I won't stop until we rehabilitated your image and made hugging great.
No,
Oh, do we have to? I was looking forward to seeing that panel on... Yes, right now, all of us, free hugs are now my passion. You're all so nice, but how can we make the world see that free hugs are safe in moderation? Okay. Give hugs a new image by rebranding them as the body lasso or the gentle suplex.
Okay.
Or offer a pamphlet on with every hug explaining the dangers of hug addiction and warning signs. No, gentle suplex.
Did you just make Bug Ryudo?
I think so.
Oh, God.
Body lasso sounds fun. You could even say yeah with each hug.
Oh.
I don't know. I like the sound of the suplex one, but like, does it have to be gentle? Good point. Maybe you could also offer a suplex that really hugs the living shit out of you.
Ooh.
I never thought about expanding my hug menu before. I like it.
Oh, his face, it was sexy.
But just to be clear, the upgraded suplex would have to be a sexual undertone.
Yeah, okay.
If that's okay with you, it's definitely okay with me. Good. Gaining hugging consent is very important to me. You ready? I was born ready. Annihilate me. Should we be watching this, Zoe?
Zoe likey.
You could look away if you want, but personally, this is going right in my spank bag.
Oh, baby.
The free hugger suplexes April into the tile floor, and it looks painful, but also comforting. That was great. Again. But April, you're bleeding. Medical attention later. Horny now. You all watch April get suplexed a few more times. It's pretty hot, even though you eventually have to drag her off to get treated for a concussion. By that time, the free hugger gained a line of horny people ready to be suplexed. You call this a success.
April's the best clown I have met.
You gain +2 creativity for your Ace rebrand, but lose 2 smarts.
Matches, gasoline. Yeah, I'm ready.
I guess we gotta go to the merch hall. Walking around the merch hall, you notice a stand full of retro toys. Hey, some of these you remember from your childhood.
Ew.
Actually, you remember all of them. Does this guy raid your parents' house? You buy them all just in case. Life was full of charm back then, before reality made you a cynic. You might be too old for these toys today, but you can still siphon +2 charm from the memories.
Yeah.
You're checking out the stands at the merch hall when Liam and Doug start fawning over the Gashapon vending machines. Liam, check out this one. This Gachapon was filled with ID photos of random people.
So authentic.
What a brilliant concept. It forces us to look at strangers with fresh eyes to truly notice them. Who are these people? Are they targets assigned to the buyer to find and murder them? No, you just collect the pictures. Oh, I understand. Wait, no, I don't.
I gotta have it.
Okay, these specific gotchas may not be your thing, but look at these buff birds.
Buff birds.
They're birds, but they're very muscular.
I can't imagine a better thing for corn.
Oh my god, buff birds.
I admire a plastic bird's physique as much as I respect a tree's existence. So, a lot?
Oh, how dull.
Wow.
No, I hate trees. And I would never waste my hard-stolen money on them or these useless playthings. But gotchas are so much better than trees. Will you at least try if Corn Dan buys you one? That I can do, if only for the pleasure of seeing him squander his meager savings. That's your cue to empty your wallet on the vending machine because you do whatever people tell you.
Yeah.
Turns out you can only afford one. Which one will turn Omen into a diehard Gachapon fan?
Okay.
So I can go, I think it clearly has to be this one.
Okay, okay.
Tokyo, Japan, the offices of a big gacha company. Gacha designer Shoichi Fukube is a nervous wreck. He was supposed to submit a design for a new gacha series by tomorrow, and he has nothing.
Oh.
Fukube-san, you better have a hit gacha by tomorrow morning. The only thing that'll be left of you here will be your ID photo. I won't disappoint you, Mr. Takayama, on my honor. After a long ride home, Fukube meets his brother who has taken him in during this rough patch. Come on, Shoichi, you've got this. Inspirational strike at the last minute, I'm sure of it. Dejected, Fukube stares at his face in the mirror. Suddenly, a strange figure appears behind his reflection. Figure whispers, "You know what you have to do." I can't. You can, and you know you will, the figure replies. It's almost midnight and time is running out. Fukube visits his brother. Shoichi, what's wrong? Can I help you? Yes, you can. His voice trembles. He starts doing hand gestures as though performing a spell.
Ooh.
Shoichi, what are you doing? Forgive me, brother. An explosion of color light swallows Fukube's brother, frozen in place as he realizes his terrible fate. Anyway, back to the con.
Ooh, I fucking love this.
Oh, look at that expression of pure dread and horror. It's sublimely realistic. But they're just silly little toys. You can put them on your desk and look at them while you're working. Yes, Omen, that's the magic of gachas. You have a point. This horrified visage will make me laugh and keep me motivated to inflict pain and suffering wherever I go. That sounds like a win in your book. You gain +2 smarts for knowing what tickles Omen's fancy. And yet you can't avoid taking another quick look at the gacha. Yeah, you lose -2 fun.
Yay. Okay, choose a celebrity.
Is this like the whole?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm choosing Celine Dion. There.
Hatsune Miku.
Cameron Diaz.
And Matt Damon.
Cool.
I think Kat wins this one.
10
Kat
years
wins this one
ago,
for sure.
I don't think she could be killed. Celine Dion, though. Yeah, Kat wins. Kat, you win.
Yeah, Kat wins.
But I think Celine Dion is probably a robot. Like, at this point, have you seen her face? It's kind of scary.
I haven't for a while, actually.
I mean, I'll just assume whatever.
What I'm saying here is that I should be second.
I like the random button. That's just me.
Fine. Okay,
All right,
Kat
well, we can
wins,
hit the
the rest
random
of us
button.
random. Oh, too bad. Random for everybody. No!
Too bad. Too bad. Matt Damon, actually a robot.
Yeah. It's true. Actually, I kind of like that way of settling it. We, like, say our choice,
Well
and then
done.
it's just
Isn't done
based on
already.
randomness. Matt
Oh,
Damon
Welcome
is
to
a
the food
robot.
court. You'll be visiting this place twice per run. And yes, this tutorial will be delivered by me, the narrator.
We get to see his bod.
Tutorials explained by characters are fun and immersive, but as the narrator, I have the power to go straight to the point. For example, I can just tell you by pressing tab you can access useful info. Or that you can consult the dialogue history by either pressing H or mouse wheel up.
Ah, you can.
Cool, huh? Anyhow, back to the food court. Food court turns are about getting to know the one person you want to take to the con after party, even if that means getting to know yourself. There are 5 tables you can choose from. 3 of the tables are populated by the 6 romance options in pairs. One of the table lets you call one of several guests who are essentially alternative date options.
Ooh.
Finally, there's a table for you to sit alone. These tables are tied to their own mechanics. As usual, our jam is obscuring said mechanics a bit so you can focus on the narrative side of this experience. By playing, you can slowly but steadily learn how everything works. But if that's not your style, we've added helpful explanations of everything in the manual. Feel free to check it out.
Yeah.
Just keep in mind that each table only allows for 1 player. Now go choose a seat. You know, I'm curious who our alternate people are.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, Miranda and Vera getting mentioned after being absent for games.
I'm happy to see Miranda again. I'm curious
It
who all
looks
the
like-
locked characters are going to be.
Well, you invite Miranda to join you at the con. A con? You mean those places where peasants go to discuss lowbrow popular culture?
Oh no.
I've always wanted to see one for myself. It'll be interesting to learn their strange customs. Let's go. Miranda, tell us, what is your type? The old Miranda would have said a Prince Charming mayhaps, but I've grown since the old days. New Miranda is ready to date outside of royalty. But let's not scrap the charming part just yet. Yes, a girl has standards.
Yeah.
Some mana potions.
Let's go.
Oh.
We're gonna clown build. So you want to go on a date, huh? As we've said, these mechanics are covered in the manual, but there's one thing we want to cover here. You'll see some peppers on the different dates, and they have sort of a spicy meter. This is like declaring your preference of spiciness when you're pursuing a date, and it doesn't affect the date itself. It's the ending you'll see if you succeed.
Maybe
The
I
art
should have
might be
gone
the
for
same,
Vera.
but the narrative won't. 0 peppers will make the ending more platonic, and 1 or 2 peppers will make the ending somewhere between romantic and suggestive.
Ooh.
3 peppers will make the ending definitely naughty.
Ooh.
Just keep in mind that choosing a low amount of peppers won't affect the content of the secret endings, which might be naughty.
Ooh.
Okay, now you're truly prepared to go on your first date. Oh, board games.
Board
the
games.
hottest activity. You and April have a great game
Seriously.
night. She asked if you could play Candyland because it reminds her of her childhood, and she loves the aesthetics. It sounds so low stakes, so you agree. 2 hours and 1 flip table later, you learn how competitive a game of Candyland with April 1st can be. At least now you know your relationship can survive even the horrors of the molasses swamp. Aww.
Molasses Swamp sucks. Actually, no, I like Goopy or whatever his name is. Like, the swamp sucks, but Molasses Boy is pretty good.
I'm gonna sit with Zoe.
Aw.
As you should.
Ooh, we're gonna go out to dinner.
Yeah.
You and Zoe go out to a fancy restaurant. Zoe goes to town on some gyoza. You've never seen her
Ooh.
stuff so many of her mouths at once. Gyoza surely hates to see Zoe coming, but the same can't be said for you, Winky Face.
Oh,
It'll be nice to get a break.
nice. Okay, we're gonna come here. Do I want to go for
Do
the?
it.
I think I gotta go for Omen. Omen, we're going to dinner. You and Omen go out to a fancy restaurant. Omen tells you all about their former conquests as a villain. Apparently they once had a fortress not far from this very restaurant. You two decide to check out the old fortress out of curiosity. Turns out it's a laundromat now. Omen might have been more upset if they weren't so fascinated by the washing machines. The future truly is now. Aw.
So, how do you win at brainstorming?
It's time to work on the comic. As your creative mentors, we've prepared the very original questions that'll spur extraordinary ideas.
Ooh.
Written 2 per day. You're welcome. Once the exercise is done, you might see no comic, just yet. But you have to trust the process, Cat. Your efforts will come to fruition by the end of the con. Totally. How you choose to answer the exercises will impact the script of the resulting comic. I recommend that you remember, or even take note of every option you choose during this exercise, to better savor its impact once we get to see the resulting comic.
I'm taking notes.
And there's more to these exercises. All the choices will shape you as a person. Which is to say they'll affect your stats.
Ooh.
You'll feel these changes each time you solve one of the exercises. There's one last thing I love about creative work. When several people collaborate, it changes them all as a group. That's right. My personal advice is that even if one person is answering the exercise, the whole group should discuss it. To be clear, you'll gain a lot of stat tied to the chosen option, but you'll lose stats tied to the options not chosen. These status effects will affect all players equally.
Oh.
Just that voice, it's breaking the immersion. Oh! Anyway, enough procrastinating. So he's right, it's time to work on your craft. Pull this pencil and let the mind wander. Now it's time to take a break from your real-life shenanigans and brainstorm on some fictional shenanigans for your comic.
Yes.
Go for it! What's something that stirs fear in your soul?
I kind of
Wolves
love
with
the
guns.
idea of wolves with guns for
Math.
legs.
The big menacing dongs, math, ghosts of mixed real arms. I like guns for legs. How do you feel about guns for legs, everybody?
I love that.
I feel like there is nothing to fear about wolves with guns for legs, at
Yeah.
least not compared to the other things.
I've
I'll admit that the ghosts might be kind of cool.
I
Also
have
math.
noted.
Math is not cool.
I want the
Well,
guns
that's
for
why
legs.
it stirs fear in your soul.
Guns for legs. We are
Two for guns
creative.
for legs.
Like, if we're not going for
Corndan,
the
how do you
dicks,
feel
I
about this
want
whole
guns for legs.
Corndan, how do you feel?
I mean,
about
nobody's
it?
stopping you. Guns for legs is fine.
Bam!
Let's draw fire and stuff.
Ooh.
Well,
What's something you do to impress everyone at your wedding? Reveal your most niche fetish and painful detail? Compliment everyone's hats? Kill a walrus with your bare hands just because? Or solve the Hodge conjecture, a major unsolved problem in algebraic geometry?
Oh my god.
It's all about the hats.
I would,
You've got to
I would
compliment
impress
people's hats.
everyone with a hot new fetish at my wedding, which did not
I
happen at
would
my wedding.
solve the Hodge conjecture. Come on.
Oh, well, I think I gotta agree with Kat here.
Okay, most niche fetish. There we go. Dang it. I'll have to choose next time.
Out of my way.
All right. Stop right there. This is the stat police. We're here to test you on your stat knowledge.
Not the police, not the stat police.
Just kidding, it's us, Zoe and Liam, renowned creators, verified hot people, and knowledgeable tutorial dispensers. We thought we'd been giving Corndan all these exquisite tips on how to manage stats, but how easy is it to know which option ties to which stat? Yeah, some options will be easy to interpret, like how punching a bear feels like a very bold thing to do. Some will be quite more nuanced, and it might be harder to tie them to a stat. Which is why we've written all the specifics to every stat in a manual for you to check. Which will be available within the customized menu.
Okay.
So even if an option might not feel tied to a specific stat or even more than one, you just gotta take your time, try to analyze what's the biggest clue within the option and which stat relates to that specific clue. Or you know what, just ignore stats and choose whichever option feels more interesting to you. Live, fail, have fun. I must agree with Zoe here, just try not to fail too much. Let's go play some DDR so I can see you fail too much.
Oh.
Let's go, but don't be surprised if you're disappointed. See you around. You know, we didn't see the hotel and outdoors last time.
It's true.
You're in front of the hotel wasting time. A taxi stops right in front of you because why else would you be standing there doing nothing? You're too embarrassed to tell the driver, so you get in and he takes you for a ride. Wow, this city is great. Skyscrapers, several neoplasticism museums, suspicious holes in the ground. No wonder they set up the con here. This is truly one of the top cities worldwide. Too bad these aren't locations in the game, so there's no art of them. But you can imagine them in your head and you gain +2 creativity in the process.
Man of the Land, thanks for subscribing with Prime. Very much appreciate it.
Later, you join an open enrollment TTRPG event. Liam has been GMing a Wyvern and Wizards campaign for a couple sessions, and you wanted to join and support him. You know that Liam can be an acquired taste, so you thought you could help him be a bit more digestible to strangers experiencing him for the first time.
Greetings, my fellow congoers.
Greetings, everyone. This is my friend, and he will be joining our little adventure here. Marvelous. A friend of Liam is a friend of ours. Huh, they seem to be partial to Liam. Maybe he hasn't Liam'd all over the place yet. That's good. This way you can cushion any bad impact once he does his thing. Okay, so to bring you up to speed, we've been investigating a mysterious black fog that is coming from the mountains. I told you guys, I think it's an army of chain smokers. Ah, Earl here's the titular jester, always with a joke in hand. That's what she said.
Wow.
Oh, Earl, stop being this funny for a second. Would you? Last session, just as we'd arrived in this town, we should resume our investigation. I saw we hit the tavern. Best case scenario, we get some answers. Worst case scenario, we get some beers. The tavern is brimming with noise and life.
Yeah.
I did not mean to, Everything feels warm, partly because of the golden oak wood, and partly because small towns tend to bring everyone closer, both figuratively and literally. In the air, you can smell hints of wine, and since your druid has enhanced senses, she can tell you it's a Pinot Grigio.
Ooh.
You can't miss the citrus notes that a Pinot Grigio showcases in cooler climates, such as this. Oh, Liam does it again. Okay, this is the Liam you know. Maybe you can crack a joke to dilute this degree of snobbishness.
That's amazing.
It always makes you feel like you were actually there. Liam, has anyone ever told you you have the soul of a poet? And that's not all. I just looked up Pinot Grigio. It is a real wine. Even the citrus thing is true. Liam, are you some kind of wine genius or what? Is Liam shedding a tear?
He found the best group ever.
Okay, you know the drill. I gotta go order some waffles and beer. I wouldn't be Sir Waffles in the waffle order if I didn't order them at every tavern we hit. Can you choose who to interrogate in the meantime? You know I'm bad at that stuff. Sir Waffles only knows punching and waffles. This is your chance to make a good first impression. You take a look around the tavern while Liam describes the people in there and narrow it down to 2 people who may know about the Black Fog. So...
Oh, the beholder that cleans the tavern's bathrooms?
Or the mysterious-looking purple guy that's definitely not Liam's self-insert character. Oh, we gotta go with the beholder. Fog, eh? Says the beholder as he takes a drag of his pipe weed. Finally, someone around here is asking the right questions. A pipe weed? Oh, Liam, you dog. Well, pipe weed is no way connected to weed as in marijuana. Of course it isn't, Liam. Of course it isn't. Wink. Sure, yes, anyhow. Long ago, before any of you youngins were born, there was a powerful warlock who left to the mountains, never to be seen again.
So authentic.
I will tell you all about the legend of the warlock, but if you allow me, I'll do it in the form of song. For you see, I may be the one cleaning the tavern, but 'tis because I was cursed to be born an opera singer in a town with no opera.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let me do some vocal exercises. I've rehearsed this. What? Are you doing an opera number for real?
Oh.
Man, I know nothing about opera, but you gotta pay mad money to watch it. We're getting some for free. Best con ever. Liam proceeds to do an exposition dump in the form of opera. It takes 20 minutes, and you're sure it's 15 minutes more than strictly necessary. Can we get a round of applause for the artist here? I also couldn't help but notice, Liam, the other day you mentioned people don't really appreciate your iambic pentameter poems, right?
Wow.
Your recollection is sadly correct, yes. So in a way, you too were born an opera singer in a town without opera houses. Oh, I didn't mean, but now that you mention it, Liam is quiet for a moment. His expression is the one that someone slapped in the face by an epiphany. Well, what if we celebrate our successful investigation by getting some drunk on some of that Pinot Grigio? Count me in. Liam, I have a challenge for you. Do you think you can describe the taste in such detail that we can actually feel the wine in our mouth?
Ooh, do it.
I was born ready. You spend the rest of the session getting fictionally shit-faced. It's still quite fun. These people have good vibes, don't they? You gain +2 smarts for your cover reasoning and lose -2 creativity.
Step aside.
Liam
nerds.
just found his people. I mean, you
Liam's
can't-
Liam
so
found his
good.
It's really good to see that for him.
Let's see.
It's like finally someone understands him.
I'll go to the merchant. You find a portrait artist in the artist alley. Apparently, he can accurately portray your soul. You've always wondered what your soul looks like. Buff, small, and cute. Hey, maybe it's ginger-haired. No, it's just you with a weird blue glow around you. But that glow sure adds +2 charm.
Ah, yeah.
And later, you and April take a stroll around the merch hall. You've done it a dozen times already, but now it's just you two, so it's almost kind of romantic. Oh, Cat, look at the Vocaloid statue. Let's take a picture with it. April pulls out her phone to snap a selfie, and then she gets a call that makes her face turn white. She takes a deep breath before answering it. Hi, Mother. Why are you calling me? Good afternoon, darling. What privilege to finally hear your voice. Are you aware that you missed my last 6 calls? Sorry, I haven't been answering my phone much while I'm at the con. Is that so? I thought you were always on your phone managing that internet job of yours. I can hear the quotation marks over the phone, Mother. Good. Could you also hear my disappointment at whatever leaving the Cirque du Le Pitre for? For whatever streaming Minecraft is? With all due respect, Mother, I really don't want to have this argument again. An argument requires 2 opposing viewpoints with some degree of validity, my dear. Be that as it may, I called you today to make sure you've registered your clown egg. Clown egg?
No. No. I hate it.
Oh, yeah, it's traditional for clowns to paint their signature makeup on an egg to submit it to the clown egg registry so no one copies your look.
Wait, that's a Terry Pratchett reference.
I
Are
think
you
this is also
serious?
a real thing.
Yeah, it's definitely in Terry Pratchett's with the Fool's Guild. It may be a real thing.
Why are you telling me
The
that?
clown
Explain
egg
clowning.
register. Yes, there is a clown egg. No! There's a freaking clown egg register. I found it.
Oh my god.
I hate this. I hate this. This is like the creepiest thing.
Don't explain clowning to me, my dove. I'm not the one who dropped our noble craft for no discernible good reason. No, Mother, I was explaining it to Kat. Who is Kat? They better not be some new lover of yours. You know your father and I would never approve of you seeing a non-clown. If you really are ready to begin courting, you should have talked to me. I could arrange a chaperone date with Buffo from Circo della Pagliacci.
Not Pagliacci's, no.
What? You can't marry me off to Buffo. He smells like eggs and he honks when he breathes. Big yikes. You can't pursue April if she's unhappily married. So it looks like you need to show her mom that you're a viable suitor. But how? You recorded and edited a video introduction for an 80s video dating service and it explains why you'd be a good lover.
Ooh.
Call your friend Liam. He'll be happy to confirm you're a clown. Look, I created a dating service. You two go to the circus tent where April grew up, and after some perfunctory greetings, you roll your tape and get ready to dazzle her mom with your raw charisma. Hello, beautiful. Are you the one who's going to show me a night of wonder? Will you grab my heart and juggle it with both hands?
Oh no.
I'm a sensitive soul who's looking for love, and I love like go-getters, fun lovers, date havers, and anyone who looks at me twice, really. If you like what you see, call the number at the bottom of the screen, please? So amusing. Hilariously pathetic soul. So you liked it? Oh, certainly. You remind me of my husband, who is so cute when we met, so miserably pathetic. Our daughter here gets her patheticism from his side, you know. What? I see it now, Kat. You'd make a good match for my daughter. Does that mean Buffo's off the table? Yes, away with that foul-smelling brute. Mother, I don't know what to say. And away with you two. I'm having a dinner party tonight and I still need to brine the rubber chicken.
So
With a
stupid.
sigh of relief, you two say goodbye to April's mom and head back to the con. Thank you so much for helping me deal with her cat. How can I make it up to you? Oh, I know. I'll give you another favor to do for me.
You're the best.
Please take my clown egg to the registry. It will kill me if I put it off any longer, but I'm scheduled to do a stream soon. Thanks. She gives you the egg, kisses you on the cheek, and you flounces off. You never wash your face again. You gain +2 charm and -2 creativity. Well, I guess it's you and me now, little buddy.
Come on.
Congratulations,
But,
you have a
really-
clown egg.
I really, really want to video you going and visiting the clown registry.
I've got the face on right now, which is being absolutely creeped out. Like, like, I just walked in on someone doing something embarrassing, and yeah, that's as vague as I'm going. Whatever, go wherever you want.
I think I'm going to the community zone. In the middle of the community zone, you see a bunch of top-hatted gentlemen, a vintage car, a dog, and a boot. It's live-action role-play Monopoly.
No.
This goes against all your values. And yet the moment you start making money, you gentrify the fuck out of a street by building many hotels. You make sure everyone who dares to step on your turf becomes miserable. A father of 3 begs you to lower the rent. Get good, you yell. No, what have you become? You burn your Monopoly money and leave. But deep down, you have to admit, you got +2 fun.
Oh my god. I love it.
You, Zoe, Doug, and Nico have just finished the most breathtaking, life-changing, thirst-quenching event the con offers, the Tea Ceremony Workshop. Wow, that was the most zen thing I've ever seen. I feel wiser from just watching.
That's so stupid.
I wish every drink had a special ceremony. Then we could all feel mystical and wise every day. You're so right, Doug. Every beverage is special and beautiful, and they all deserve to be appreciated in a unique way. Let's do it. Let's make our own new drink ceremony. Are we, like, allowed to do that? Just make up our own ritual? Trust me, I've run a cult. I've done it a lot. Now, what drink are we going to celebrate?
Ooh,
Water?
that's boring.
Sorry, I panicked. There are no bad ideas, Doug. Just ones we're not going to do.
Oh.
Nico, what you got?
I love it.
Absinthe. No, wait. Chocolate milk. No, wait. What about lava?
Ooh.
Lava is perfect. We could travel to different volcanoes and see if they're different flavors. That'd be so cool. Maybe one volcano is sweet and one is spicy? I want to find a lava that tastes like melted cheese.
That's melted cheese.
I just looked up flights and we could be in Pompeii in 8 hours' time. Should I book it? Definitely! This lava drinking ceremony is going to blow the tea ceremony out of the water. Are you the only person here who remembers lava hurts? You'd better come up with an even cooler drink ceremony idea before your friends burn themselves to a crisp.
Ooh.
It only hurts for a little bit.
You are technically correct, which is the best kind of correct, so... The 5th coffee of the day ceremony, a way of properly paying tribute to the passage from drinking too much coffee to actually having a problem. Or the ranch dressing ceremony. Maybe if we make a whole ceremony for it, people will finally stop calling you a weirdo for drinking it straight from the bottle.
Oh my god. I love it.
Do it.
I like both of them.
I feel like the coffee of the day ceremony is probably what we need, but I can't not choose the ranch dressing ceremony. Your friends wonder why you're going to get a bottle of ranch in the middle of the con, but you reveal you actually carry a bottle everywhere you go for hydration. Hydration is super important, but drinking straight ranch, is that good? Yes. But isn't it, you know, more of a dressing? It's in the name and all. Don't be so close-minded, you two. The lines between different types of liquid are arbitrary and impossible to predict anyway. Like, you drink soda, but eat soup. Ketchup goes on hot dogs, but not in a glass on a fancy date. And what's it with shampoo? It's a liquid, it smells tasty, why can't I eat it? Oh man, these are all such good points. Okay, let's try this ceremony. Naturally, you begin by visiting the birthplace of ranch, an actual ranch. You bring out the ceremonial chicken
Oh
fingers.
yeah.
Thanks, I was just getting hungry. No, these are purely symbolic. We discard them to prove we are ascending from ranch dressing as a mere condiment to ranch as a beverage in its own right. This is our oath. Can I at least lick this one? I didn't have lunch yet. You snatch the chicken finger from their hand and stomp it into the dirt. That's the way of our old lives, our weak lives. In our new lives, we are sustained by delicious and refreshing ranch dressing alone. The nectar of the gods. Now drink. Everyone takes a swig from your bottle of ranch. Gang, I think it went down the wrong way. I think it's a solid 6.5 out of 10. I'm still kind of hungry though. Tasty, kind of like a garlicky smoothie. Anyone up for another round? You and Nico happily agree, passing the bottle back and forth as you drink and watch the stars come out. This is the life.
Oh,
you gain
yeah.
+2 creativity and lose -2 boldness. Seriously, does anyone know that like, maneuver? Help.
My turn? Really?
Okay.
That was a lot of coughing.
Looks like I am gonna go to the lobby. You're walking around the lobby when you feel a sudden urge to pee. Look for a bathroom, quick! The bathrooms are gross, but if you know a thing about bathrooms, is that using them always ensures 2 boldness. Heck yeah! Okay, let's see. Sorry, I'm taking notes. It's the I'm competitive, you see? Wait, am I dressed as Cult of the Lamb? Heck yeah.
I think you are.
Yeah, it's
I
great.
got the hat on and everything.
Yeah, I got the hat, I got the book. It's the main reason why people use them. Good. Bathrooms are for boldness. Some things never change. You, Liam, and Nico decide to visit Omen and Doug while they get their con volunteer hours, assisting at the first aid booth. It's all going smoothly until... Somebody help me! I can't breathe! I got a gaping chest wound!
Holy moly!
Holy moly! Lay down here, sir. I'll page the on-site doctor right now.
Paging Dr. Nico.
Oh, don't worry. Dr. Nico can provide some first aid and TV-worthy brooding until the real doc shows up. Let's see this wound. The cosplayer lifts his cardboard armor to reveal his completely uninjured chest. What's going on here? Is this a prank? No, I'm really hurt. I'm the Shadowy Knight, and I was fighting an epic battle against the Dark Emperor when he stabbed my lung with the Sword of Midnight, and... Let me stop you right there. Make-believe is fun and all, but this is a real first aid booth for real injuries. Quit wasting our time. But Liam, cosplay is a serious art form. Sometimes you get so deep into character that it's hard to get back out. If this guy got wounded in a cosplay battle, the wound may look fake to you, but it's very real to him. He can feel the pain in his thespian soul. I have a thespian soul too, but I still know that this is not a real wound. And we're not real doctors, which makes us qualified to treat it.
Well, I've heard worse.
That makes sense, kinda. Sadly, the volunteer manager didn't teach us how to do first aid on a wounded soul. Then it's up to you, Brossentia. Hurry up and treat this cosplayer's fake wound. He could fake bleed out any second. Okay, his imaginary lung's been punctured. You need a lung donation from his imaginary friend. Or treat him by drawing a badass-looking scar on him. That's the only reason action heroes fight in the end, to get badass-looking scars. Oh my gosh. While I would love to steal a lung, I think we're gonna...
It's a difficult one.
Yeah.
We have imaginary lung theft versus badass scars.
I think we're gonna go ahead and do imaginary lung theft. Okay, should I prep the imaginary friend for surgery somehow? It will be too hard to operate on an entity that only exists in unimaginary terms. Luckily, I have a spell for that. Brossentia, recite the spell on page 18 of this grimoire. My spellcasting is not what it used to be. You chant the words on the page because why not? A person materializes on the empty cot near the injured cosplayer. What's happening? Where am I? We brought you to the real world so you can donate your lung to your non-imaginary friend here. It's life or death. What? That's insane. I'm not imaginary. I don't even know that guy. Oh, it must be pre-surgery confusion. The stress is fogging her mind. There's no time to calm her down. We need that lung. Omen stabs the woman in the chest and expertly carves out a lung. Omen, that was really a spell to bring imaginary friends to life. Was that really a spell to bring imaginary friends to life? Or did you just summon a random person here? How should I know? Presenter recited the spell. I would never be found guilty in a court of law. Yuck, Omen, why'd you give me the lung? Now my hands are slimy and sticky. Stop it, all of you. I was just playing. I didn't mean to let it get this far. Oh no! The patient is starting to break character. This is critical now. Quick, Doug, the lung! Nico slices the cosplayer open and stuffs the lung inside his chest. Both he and the imaginary friend die in horrible pain. Are you satisfied now, Nico?
Can't save them all.
No, but that's the tragedy of medicine. You can't save them all. You lose 2 creativity, but gain 2 fun, because everything is more fun with imaginary friends. Even if they're dead and maybe weren't imaginary friends at all to begin with.
Did you like inverse isekai his imaginary friend into the real world?
Yes.
That or we actually just found a random person there and cut out their lung.
I think it was.
That's what...
I think we just killed somebody, 2 strangers. Yeah.
I'm okay with it either way.
Whose turn is it? Corndan?
Or dead?
Come on, Dan.
Oh, it is my turn. What am I doing? All right, you know what?
Let's go.
I will go to the merch hall. I buy a cool t-shirt which features the entire JoJo family tree. Needless to say, it's several sizes too big for you. You get back to the stand to return it, but the vendor doesn't take refunds. Unacceptable. What he can give you is a free JoJo pose. You take it. It forces the limits of your flexibility, but you gain +2 charm from striking such a pose.
Yeah.
Later, you head to the community zone for another session of Liam's tabletop RPG campaign.
Bonjour, as the French say.
Last session, you learned that a warlock is creating the black fog for some sinister plot, and not a moment too soon. Today, you wake up to that fog blanketing the village. It means the warlock's about to attack. The villagers must be freaking out. Actually, the smoke is giving the villagers a giggly head high, so most of them are just having a good time in the town's plaza. They're not throwing a party, they're calling the Lollapalooza of the 14th century.
Ooh.
I got this. I'm gonna stand up on a box and try to get everyone's attention. Hey, everyone, stop dancing and get the hells out before you get hurt. No way, boo! A drunk villager says. Doing recreational drugs and shaking my posterior is way more fun than listening to logic or reason.
He's got a point.
Yeah, Liam, shut up, another villager adds. Even if your words are sensible and smart, I prefer to call you a nerd and start a fire for no good reason. Liam? Yes? No, I mean, the second villager called me Liam. My character's name is Sir Waffles. Oh yeah, right, my bad, it was a temporary lapse. He meant to say Sir Waffles. Geez, projecting much? Guys, are we sure these villagers are actually worth saving? Of course they are. We just need to think of a way to get them to leave. Ugh, Sir Waffles isn't one for plans. I wish I could be at the tavern eating some waffles and drinking some beer. Maybe they need some tough love. Let's attack them until they decide to leave on their own. Now, you're not resorting to violence yet. How can you convince the villagers to evacuate? Just rebrand evacuation as a pilgrimage. Medieval types are super into that religious stuff. Or people are bad at taking seriously any danger they can't see. Give them some danger they can see. Unhinged jaws, bees pour out. You know, let's go on a pilgrimage. Can I have the box? Be my guest. People of the village, I come bearing an important message. We must all start a pilgrimage to the woods. Why should we do that? We don't care for the woods or for slam poetry. We only care for partying and making bad life choices. Should we attack them now? Or not yet. You have to think it's like the village if you want them to listen to you. People of the village, there's a very good reason we must all make a pilgrimage to the woods. I was there last week and I saw something incredible. A talking dog.
Oh my god.
You roll a 17. Okay, a villager says, tell us more about this talking dog. Was it amusing? It had the energy of 100 japes. Not even the king's personal jester could dream of being half as jocose as this talking dog was.
Ooh, bad.
You roll a 13, but you get a +2 bonus for using medieval-sounding thesaurus-worthy words. The villagers finally leave the town, lured by the promise of a talking dog that may or may not be a religious thing. You're such an MVP. But oh boy, it was sure frustrating to try to talk sense into people while they're trying so hard to not take you seriously. Right? I've played tabletop RPGs before, but most of the conflict is fighting some baddies. This felt very realistic. How do you even come up with these ideas? You could say that as most artists do. I draw from my own experiences. Oh, yikes, you had to go through that yourself, Liam? Sorry to hear that. But you know what? I once heard that most geniuses are misunderstood. Maybe this means you're a genius? But let's not forget the other genius in the room, me. Let's go to the tavern to celebrate this victory. Waffles are on me. Y'all go to celebrate, and later your party ends the session preparing for a great foggy war. You lose 2 boldness, but gain +2 creativity for rebanding the evacuation.
Nice.
Look at that artifact. Can I have it?
Cat, your smart score worries me.
I'm not really.
Don't worry about it.
I understand the idea of a dump start, but
I'm not really thinking about it.
Can you form sentences?
Video game.
She's not thinking about it.
You check out the games going on in the community zone, you find an area dedicated to retro video games. You start by playing some N64 games, and then you go further back in time and play the original Super Mario, where Mario's a dick. You round out your playing session by playing checkers in the royal game of Ur.
Ooh.
Your Mesopotamian gamer skills range you too fun.
Oh, we're going old school. That is
Stop
very
to chat with
retro.
Little April, which is what you've been calling the clown egg that April made the mistake of trusting you with.
Uh-oh.
And that's why Cars 3 is the best installment in the franchise. Don't you agree, Little April? Hey, Kat, who are you talking to?
Uh-oh.
Nobody! Just definitely not a smaller, more delicate version of you. Okay, silly goose. I wanted to ask if you want to get a bite to eat. My treat. Oh my god. April
Wow,
1st,
that's
just the
fabulous.
hardworking starlet we were hoping to see. What are you doing out here? You should be using your downtime between autograph sessions to practice your signature. Chop chop. I was gonna get lunch with Kat if it's okay with you, Miss Managers. Ooh, her? Please don't tell me you two are on a date. Dating's in a violation of your contract. Having a romantic partner would be terrible for your brand. It makes harder for fans to develop a parasocial relationship with you. Maybe that's a good thing? Wrong. But I do sympathize with Miss April. I do sympathize with you, April. It must be difficult knowing that your contract is forever binding and you're going to die alone. There. When does it stop hurting? Was that a Pokemon? That was a Pokemon.
I think so.
Never silly. It was like a Piplup. Marla.
I think she has balloon animals to express herself.
I think she is the balloon animal.
Yeah.
Marla, there might be a way to make April happy and make us money. If she dated another hot, trendy musician, her popularity might go up.
Oh no.
It's not a bad idea. Perhaps we could set April up on a highly publicized date with Priscilla Bronte. Her last album was a hit. Can't date Priscilla Bronte, I've never even met her. So, this isn't good. There's gotta be a way to put an end to April's manager's celebrity power couple scheme before it begins.
Yeah.
Dynamic PowerPoint presentation full of charging buzzwords. The most marketable part of a celebrity couple is a dramatic breakup, and then you can rebound and sell the fantasy that normal people have a chance with celebrities. Bam!
Ooh.
I don't think I'm smart enough to do the first one. I heard PowerPoint, and I've got 3 smarts. I like how they're both blood-sucking creatures, just a leech and a mosquito.
Yep.
For the managers, I will say, considering some of the PowerPoint presentations I've seen, I'm not sure a high smart score is important for that.
Not one bit.
I like the normal people having a chance with celebrities angle. It's a great carrot to dangle in front of April's fan base. Indeed, I can see the comments now. If someone this boring and unfashionable could catch April's eye, what's stopping me? Ouch. Of course, we still need to set some ground rules with you, Kat. Right. didn't think we'd just let you run off with our sweet, adorable financial asset without any oversight, did you?
Yes.
1. You promised to never monopolize April's time. She cannot be late to any of our concerts, streams, rehearsals, public appearances, or legally required bathroom breaks. And if you and April break up, she'll be entitled to an alimony-esque share of your estate unless or until she writes a breakup song about you that hits double platinum.
Ooh.
You and April are never to do anything that could result in procreation during your sexual encounters. I loathe pregnancy scandals, and I'm not taking any chances. Is anal still on the table then? Do we have to talk about all this right now, Miss Managers? It's embarrassing. Sorry, April. It's high time we discuss the Birds and the Bees contract.
Yeah.
Here and here.
Birds and the Bees contract.
Bear in mind that we still need to stage some initial dates between Priscilla and April before Kat can play the rebound. Be sure to keep things platonic until the internet's filled with a Priscilla split headlines. Might as well see you within an inch of your lives. Ciao. Well, at least you got them off our backs. But it looks like going to the restaurant now is out of the question. Maybe we can go back to the hotel and order room service instead.
Secret
It's a
dating.
deal. You gain +2 charm and lose 2 creativity.
Ready for some feline
You really, it
funnies.
really looks like you're min-maxing those stats quite hard.
I'm not doing it
I know you're not doing it intentionally, it's just you've got like 2 stats dropping as low as possible and then all the others are skyrocketing.
I love it.
I'm gonna spend some time at the main stage, I think. You grab a seat at the main stage where a panelist talks about making interesting player characters. Apparently, they should be color coordinated, have a distinct personality, and also a cool name like Kratos, Luigi, or that internet cat. You learn you'd make an awesome player character, and that self-knowledge equals +2 smarts.
Yeah.
Next up is a panel with the author of everyone's favorite sprawling, saucy space opera, Supernovas of Tomorrow.
Ooh.
Thank you all for coming. I'm sure you're hoping to hear news about the last book in my series. Yes, he's finally announcing the release. The final showdown between Space Good and Space Evil is upon us. I hope Lady Cassiopeia and Lord Harley finally confess their feelings for each other.
So we like
I hope they finally fuck nasty. Well, yeah, I assumed that was implied. There's no easy way to say this, so I'll just say it. I'm delaying the release of the last book for at least another year. What? Most illogical.
Wow.
Yeah, I've recently gotten really into ant farming. It's kinda cutting into my writing times, but you all support my passions, right? Man, I was really looking forward to that finale. Can't we convince him to finish the book sooner? Ransom always works. Let's kidnap his precious ants and mail him their squashed corpses until he writes the book.
Oh no.
Haha, I'm just joking. Unless... Nah, coercion doesn't work. But it's not coercion if the author makes the decision himself, with a little help. How can we nudge him in the right direction?
Ooh.
During the Q&A, take the mic and narrate a very engaging anecdote. Once the author gets hooked, refuse to finish it and hold a narrative Mexican standoff with him. Alternatively, usually when an author doesn't want to write their own book, the solution is to get a ghostwriter. Logic dictates you should stab the author so he becomes a ghostwriter. This is a difficult one.
Oh, I like them both. Oh my god. Okay.
On the one hand, I'm a big fan of the idea of stabbing. On the other hand, boldness isn't really a trait I'm going for. I think I've got to go with the narrative Mexican standoff. That feels more me personally, although, again, I am a big fan of stabbing. Oh, you should tell that story about April ditching a dead body in a sewer. It's hilarious. Nico, I told you about that in confidence. Why don't you tell the story of the time you befriended that horse? Oh, yeah, do the horse one. That one's good. Especially since that story doesn't implicate me in any crimes. Honk honk! When the Q&A begins, you take the mic and tell the first 75% of the story of how you formed a lifelong friendship with a horse.
Ooh.
That's cool and all, but that wasn't really a question. Also, can one even befriend a horse? I think the most you could have is a bond with a horse. They have a bond, alright. They're besties. Check out this sentimental postcard the horse sent the cat just last month. What? How do you even know a horse wrote that postcard? Because the horse signed it. Next question. This whole scenario makes no sense. Hey, I'm the one dressed as Spock here. I'll decide what's illogical. Ugh, fine, I'm intrigued. Let me see the postcard. Sure, we'll let you see it. Once you finish writing the last Supernovas of Tomorrow book. Don't worry, getting thrown out by security is a sure sign that you've compelled him to finish the series. You gain +2 creativity for telling a riveting tale of horse friendship, but lose 2 boldness.
Aw.
I'm scared of big crowds.
Oh, aren't we all? You know, I'll go... Like, the hotel is creativity. I think I need boldness more. Wait, did you go to the No, you went to the communities. I don't remember. Lobby. I think boldness would help me.
Lobby's boldness, and I think hotel is smarts?
Hotel's creativity. Main stage was smarts.
Ah, okay.
You're roaming the con lobby when you notice a streamer right in front of you. Oh my god. You turn around to avoid the camera, but there's another streamer right behind you too. You're caught in a streamer crossfire. You're technically in 2 places at once. You feel imbued by the power of omnipresence, or at least, you know, by presence. That one of the streamer leaves, so you just a rando in the background. Still, you've experienced twice the power of any mortal, which gives you +2 boldness. Yeah. Later, you walk past the con channel. The room where rule breakers go to think about what they've done. You spot some familiar faces among the inmates. I hate you, Omen. We wouldn't be here if you hadn't stolen that plushie and made a big scene. It was the seller who made the scene. I was simply matching his energy. Objection! You have nothing to fear. Your attorney is here. I'll get you two out as faster than you can say objection. We're fucked. Officers, how long do you intend to keep my clients behind bars? Well, they tried to steal, so I was thinking we'd keep them at least overnight. Overnight? Perhaps we should commute their sentences. Instead of staying overnight in con jail, they could spend 3 years in regular prison. What the fuck? You said it yourself. Don't worry. Everyone knows that legally 1 day of con jail equals 5 years of prison. You're getting the better end of the deal. That's absurd, untrue, and definitely not something anybody knows. Dibs on the top bunk when we get to prison. We are not going to prison. If that is a trick to try and get the top bunk first, be assured that I will shank you. Nico might actually be onto something. Surely you can broker a deal with the guards to bail Omen and Liam out of jail. But what? Okay, commute the sentence by doing community service, but you're not ready to touch grass yet, so what about making it online community service? Or tell the guards that Omen and Liam can offer valuable insight into catching Spooky Con's biggest criminal, the cockdoodler.
Yeah.
That would be great, actually. The cockdoodler has been a thorn in my diaper all weekend. You check all the places the cockdoodler has vandalized. It seems that no wall floor or distracted person shirt is safe from the reign of phallic terror. I bet that guy's the cockdoodler. He even has an evil, lusty look in his eyes. You can't just keep pointing out random people and asserting they're the cockdoodler. Why not? It's statistically speaking, I have to be right eventually. No, we gotta follow the facts. We're dealing with someone with an artistic flair, a disdain for the status quo, and a love of cocks.
No, I think I cracked this case.
Liam, I'm afraid that makes you our prime suspect. My love of cock has always been held to a perfectly legal standard.
So what is the legal?
I don't know.
What is the legal standard for the love of cock?
I think that my love of cock is legal. Anyways, oh look, it must be that girl. Just look at her shifty gaze. What did I just tell you? How do I do your voice? Actually, partner, I think she's right about this one. That girl's eyes are very shifty. What? Okay, whatever. We gotta wrap this case up anyway, or the chief's gonna be pissed. Let's bring her in. What? He'll be okay, ma'am. If you need a lawyer, call Miko Sharp, face attorney at law. The law is truly in shambles. Then it's a good thing we were there. That was some excellent sleuthing, Omen. Good catch, catching the perp. Oh no, you misunderstand. I am the cockdoodler. I merely seized an opportunity to frame somebody else for the crime. God damn it, Omen. You know that as your Redemption Arc program sponsor, I have to scold you for breaking the law. But more than that, as a yaoi connoisseur, I have to teach you how to draw better cocks. Thus, your police investigation ends with an erotic art lesson only at SpookyCon. You gain 2 smarts and lose 2 charm. Oh my god.
Ooh, it's
Shopping time!
Who is there?
Welcome to my humble stand,
I don't know,
stranger.
but I love them.
Kitsune, obviously here to sell you some
You
sham.
can get beautiful figurines with amazing properties. They have all sorts of effects which you will discover as you unbox them. There are different mystery box categories, each one tied to a different type of effect.
There's only one figure
Give
on
you
screen
some
right now
clues.
I'm interested in.
Ooh.
Some clues on the effect types once you start looking through the boxes. So you choose which box category you want, and before you open it, you'll decide if you want to keep it for yourself or give it to a friend.
Okay.
A balance between order and chaos. You control which type of effect you want, but you won't know exactly which figurine of that category you'll get. Don't fret if you aren't a fan of surprise at all. There's a category that guarantees no effect at all. So ready for the unboxing? If you got cash to spare, I got a box for you. Go ahead, pick one and suffer the consequences. Stats, but now they're people.
People?
Zodiac Thirst.
Okay.
Buff Bugs.
Ooh.
Major Arcana, No Mercy. My Weird Little Village.
Oh my god. Okay.
Landmarks in Love.
I am
You know
loving the
what?
box art for Landmarks in Love.
It's good. I will keep the Zodiac Thirst.
Ah!
Oh,
Wow.
Smart Fellow's all about management. Maybe you could take something from others since you could make better use of it. Drain
Oh,
one
no.
of each set from all other players.
Oh, that's rude.
Smart, smart, smart.
I'm curious if you can actually manage to hit 0 smarts by the end of this run, Cat.
Well, we're gonna find out.
Landmarks are truly in love.
Sexy Sagrada Familia. I love it.
Look at this, it's the sexy Sagrada Familia. This landmark is known for being in construction for more than a century. It'll imbue the place with an energy of anti-construction. What would that be? Destruction? One location, and it's always the same one, will be destroyed and it'll become inaccessible.
Uh-oh.
Cat, please don't blow up anything important.
I don't think I'm allowed to pick.
Ooh, a lover of mystery.
Well, what do we have here? A lover of mystery. I have just the thing for you. Whatever you pick. I'm tempted to go for Zodiac Thirst as well, but how can I pass up Buff Bugs? Yeah, I'm sorry.
My Weird Little Village.
Weird Little Village does look super interesting, terrifying, and creepy as well. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go with My Weird Little Village. And I'm gonna keep it for myself. I want one of those tiny little weird things. Bleeding Tooth Fungus. It may look like a bunny, but this one is a shroom. I think it's a dentist or a doctor, but this figurine is said to bring more sickness than it brings health. This item makes you catch something. Now you really need to poop quite often.
What?
Oh, it goes.
Okay, okay. Yes, I want one. Give me a box. Okay. I'm thinking best characters from the hit anime of the same name. How about sound of video? We're gonna go with it, okay? I want a major arcana action. The moon. The moon. Interrogate encourages you to face any hidden issue to emerge stronger and wiser. Well, you could say this figurine will make certain issues emerge stronger. During your turn, this item changes all the sound effects. Okay.
Got it. Perfect.
Thank you, come again, etc. Next!
Day 3.
Yes, we get to do comics.
Let's write a bestseller.
Can you guess what time it is? Yep, it's comic time. Time to brainstorm. Why did you choose your current career? I made a bet while I was drunk. Great prospects for a good dental plan. To get laid, or they gave away a cool t-shirt if you joined.
I'm an engineer. It definitely wasn't to get laid.
I can understand that one being you made a bet while drunk, though.
I'm on team.
Maybe-
all drunk.
Sure, yeah.
You know what? I'm good with that.
Okay,
I'm one smart.
let's see. You
Damn,
hope you
this was
never
your
go
plan
to
all
prison.
along.
Okay, hope never go to prison because of this. Crimes against color theory. Illegal drawings of people kissing, accidental murder. You want all your murder to be on purpose, preferably. Stealing someone else's poop. Hope
Fizzy
never
does have a lot of
to
poop right
go-
now.
I apparently have a lot of poop going around right now.
Surplus.
Even though I love the illegal drawings of people kissing, I've got to go for crimes against color theory. This is so stupid.
Welcome to Kusogrande.
Yeah. Back to the con.
Sup?
Oh no, the main stage is blown up.
Oh no!
You can still go there. You decide to watch a panel discussing fighting game archetypes. Usually they have kidneys. Your main goal is to determine which archetype would you be. Are you a grappler? Are you a zoner? By the end of the panel, you realize you're the very rare lover, a highly ineffective archetype for a fighting game. Makes sense, you're a better fit for a dating sim. You gain +2 smarts for achieving such self-awareness.
Oh, good job.
Yeah. Next thing you know, Miranda arrives at the con.
No,
She booked a room
Miranda.
at the hotel for the night, so you meet her there to help her get settled.
Oh yes, Miranda.
Yeah. Hey, Mary, what do you think of the room? Pretty nice, huh? No apologies, but I won't sleep in such a room, not with that thing. You look at what she's pointed at. The bed? That can't possibly be my bed. Miranda, you were making such great progress with your character arc. You were even being more humble and beheading people less. What's with these high bed standards now? You are not listening to me. That is not a bed. Really? You won't count it as a bed if it isn't royal enough? What's it lacking? A silk canopy? A thin layer of caviar on the sheets, perhaps? Well, this is how us commoners sleep, okay? And that's perfectly fine. Look. You go to lay down on the bed, but Miranda grabs your arm and yanks you back. Stop this foolishness! Okay, she's getting quite weird about the bed. She must be even more out of touch than you feared. You don't want Miranda to fall back in her old ways, so you better solve the situation.
Uh-oh.
Find a way to make her okay with this bed so you don't end up spending all day looking in hotel rooms. So I'm gonna go with pillow fight time, because maybe Miranda's right and it's not a bed after all. I don't know, that sounds pretty dangerous. A pillow fight? Don't be silly, it's fun.
Yeah.
She still looks unsure, so you decide to break the ice and hit her with a pillow. She'll love that, hopefully. But instead of giving her harness spot, the pillow vomits up blood and viscera like you just threw a small animal at a wall.
Oh no!
Eek, disgusting! The bed emits a terrible screech and starts writhing in what looks like pain and anger. What the fuck? You can still hear Miranda saying, "I told you so," as the not bed thing pounces on you and swallows you whole.
Oh no!
Everything... Everything goes dark and wet. You're left wondering if your life insurance policy covers devoured by a bloodthirsty bed monster.
A mimic bed, that's a genius idea.
Yeah, mimic
Then there's a
bed.
flash of light. Miranda pierces the creature with her trident. She's like a beautiful avenging angel covered in blood, guts, and gastric juices. You reach for her hand, but she leans back at the last second. First you have to admit that you were wrong and I was right. Come on, Mary, don't be like that. You owe me. You hit me with a pillow full of intestines.
It's true.
Fine, you were right about the bed. I should have listened to you. Aw, you're so cute when you admit I'm right. She pulls you out of the thing's corpse. You'll be leaving a very strongly worded review of this hotel, but at least you're alive. You gain +2 fun and lose 2 smarts.
Gotta get to XP.
All right. All right. Have people been keeping track of what gives what stats?
More or less.
Boldness comes from?
The lobby, I think.
I'll just go.
Yeah.
If
not, I was wrong.
A random person mistakes you for a friend of a friend he apparently met twice in his life, and you're too shy to correct them, so you hang together for a couple hours. It's insistent to add you to New Year's Eve party group chat when you finally gathered the bravery needed to explain you are not who he believes you are. Better late than never, eh? +2 boldness. He still adds you to the group chat. You, Omen, Doug, and April are roaming the con, unaware that you're about to be approached by a fearsome creature. A kid! Hey, have any of you seen my mom? She said she'd be right back, and I haven't seen her in a while. Oh, no. Don't worry, buddy. You can hang out with us until she comes back, okay? Fine. Hey, you tall lady. Do you mean me? Lady, hey, lady, lady, lady! What? What the fuck do you want? Made you look... Oh, wow. I don't think it's far-fetched to assume this kid's mother left him behind on purpose. Huh? Oh, if this is a case of child abandonment, the con rulebook is clear. We have to find a place for him within 30 minutes or raise him till he's 18. Or until he dies, whichever comes first. Darn. I don't have room to bury any more corpses in my backyard, so we better go with the getting rid of him plan. Come on, cat. Take the attention off me and think of a way to ditch this kid. Use the kid to back a bet in an illegal high-stakes poker game and then lose. Lobby the government to lower the age of labor. If this kid can be sent off to the mines, he'll become a way more valuable asset.
Oh no!
That is pretty...
Play poker.
I know, the other one's pretty bold.
Yeah, I'm gonna play poker. Okay, where are we gonna find an illegal high-stakes poker game? There's always an illegal high-stakes poker game going on anywhere you go. You just have to find an open door that looks like it shouldn't be opened. After opening several doors that lead to janitor's closets and occupied restrooms, finally stumble upon an illegal high-stakes poker game. Hey, April, long time no see. Want us to deal you in? You must have me mistaken for some other girl who would probably slit your throats if you snitched on her. Not me. Ullman sits at the table, and the dealer's bets start at $100. How inconvenient. You have that specific amount. Can I back my bet with this child? It surely makes up the difference, right? It depends how we measure the kid. Going by the joys of parenthood, it's priceless. Going by the currency black market rates offer for organs, it's $1,000 at least. I don't know. Works for me. I go all in. Omen rolls a pair of dice. Omen, I don't think poker uses dice. It's a card game.
Godspeed forever.
Oh, darn. I made a mistake, and therefore I've lost. Goodbye. You all leave to get soda, and the tough guys sit silently around the table staring at the kid. Are you guys my new dads now? You lose -2 smarts, but you gain 2 fun for gambling.
You're at -1 smarts.
I'm so proud and impressed.
I am looking forward to the day where Cat gets too, where somehow we're too stupid to go to the party.
Oh my god.
You go to the hotel, and before you can do anything, you're ambushed by an irrepressible urge to poop.
Oh no!
You feel lucky since you don't feel you'd have the nerve to poop anywhere else.
Oh no!
Oh, it was a lose your turn. Oh no. No, stop it! Okay, I want to go... We're going... There's an auction going on at the community zone. They're auctioning the original notebook from Death Note, starting at 100 monster dollars. Oh, baby. You could kill so many people with that notebook. You yell, 200 monster dollars. Everybody in this con is broke AF, so you got the notebook. To make sure no one steals it, you decide to write your name in it. Oh shit, you're gonna die! 40 seconds later, nothing happens. Death Note isn't real, dum-dum. You still had +2 fun by playing pretend Death Note. Stop it! You, Liam, Omen, and April are playing a game together when you're surrounded by monsters in suits with legal pads at the ready.
Hello. Are you four interested in participating in a focus group? Just sign these NDAs and we'll give you free candy.
No thanks, we're busy right now. He does not speak for me. I love candy and things which are free. Give it to me. Nobody can say no to free candy. You all sign the NDAs except Liam, but you just forge his signature and pocket his share of candy. So we're here on behalf of the Wonder Cinematic Universe, the series of superhero movies you all know and maybe love.
What are your opinions on the WCU?
And what point did you start to lose interest in it? Asking when I lost interest implies that I ever had an interest in it at all. WCU movies are all cookie cutter, common denominator drivel. I like them all for a while, but sometimes a good thing has to die in order to stay good, you know? I have no idea what a WCU is, but I already hate it. Fine, the WCU's dead, but that means we need another subject to make a cinematic universe about. What do you suggest? Excuse me, we're not going to do your job for you. Actually, those NDAs you signed stipulate that you cannot leave until you've given us new material to make movies about. Oh, yay. I love it when random things suddenly become my problem. Well, all they said is that they needed new material, not that it had to be good. Pitch a new cinematic universe to invest in. Oh my god. David TK, I love the Bratz idea. That sounds great, but okay, we're in the area of sequels and remakes. Do you know which iconic movie has none? The 1896 hit Train Pulling into a Station. Or we're due for a revival of Sophocles' bleak tragedies reimagined as a series of zany comedy of errors. I think the 1896 hit. I gotta do that. Ha! Prosentia. That might be the greatest idea you've ever had. Is it though? Of course it is. Trains are fucking amazing. They were the hot new thing around the time I was tragically imprisoned. Surely now is the time to remind the world of Train's brilliance. Choo-choo, motherfuckers! But Train Pulling into a Station didn't even have a plot. That's what makes it so great. No plot, no dialogue, just vibes. The Train cinematic universe will reinvent what it means to be a movie. What will the sequel even be called? Easy. Train Pulling out of a station.
Ew, our customer data has shown that our target demographic loves pulling out.
True. We could use that.
I hate that sentence with the fart sound effect.
Don't tell me you two
It's
are
all on
actually
brand.
into this idea. Really? If the viewers want trains, we'll give them trains. Or hey, if the viewers want trains, we'll give them trains. It'll surely be cheaper to make than those superhero fight sequences.
You know, April, a popular idol like yourself could easily land a starring role in Train Pulling Out of a Station. I'll book you an audition.
You're going to be in a train movie, April? How exciting! Your career is finally taken off! Yeah, lucky me. Looks like the TCU will soon be pulling into a theater near you. You gain 2 creativity, but lose 2 fun. Don't fart at me like that. Okay.
Time to get back to the con again.
Fucking metal!
I could use more charm.
Yeah.
You find a stand at the merch hall that sells hyper-realistic VR headsets. You buy one immediately. VR is the future. You put it on and you see your surroundings. Yep, it's a scam. The headset's basically a football helmet and a pair of glasses.
Ooh.
No refunds allowed, but the headset looks good on you, like +2 charm good. You're investigating the horniest corners of Artist Alley when you happen upon Liam's yaoi stand.
Oh no!
My fellow congoers.
Hello, so thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you all supporting my art. Your art? You mean you created all this? Yes, yaoi is my passion. I've invested over 10,000 hours in perfecting my craft. But you didn't start yelling yaoi until last year. The numbers don't add up. Once again, math rears its ugly head to sabotage the beauty of art.
Ah.
You spent a 10,000 hour year on this stupid hobby? How far you have fallen. Ouch. I know of your past, Liam. Used to be Angelus, ruler of the dark side. You subjugated millions. You nearly conquered the world. I know, but I'm not Angelus anymore. I don't enjoy reminiscing on my dark past. Dark past? You mean your glorious past? I looked up to you. You're once one of the biggest stars of reality now. You draw penises for fun? It's maddening. I'm maddened. But oh man, look at these butts. They're worth 1,000 conquered empires. Are they, Zoe? Are they? You know, even if you don't care for yaoi, there are plenty of hobbies that could take even your mind off of murder and destruction. Why would I want to do that? Because you're in the Redemption Arc program, and as your sponsor, I'm making this mandatory. Gang, we're getting Omen a hobby.
Ha!
That'll be tough, but you love a challenge. What hobby would Omen enjoy more than killing people?
It's like
You're into sewing. I don't know. Are you trying to trick me by using violence?
I'm suddenly worried about all of my friends who sew and crochet.
Shit, she's onto us. No, look at this cool tiny sword. We call it a needle.
This nonsense now.
I may be old, but even in my time, we had needles. Okay, think of it this way. The Redemption Arc program establishes you should stop stabbing people, right? It's more of a case-by-case basis, but for the most part, yes.
Nope.
No, Zoe, stabbing is always wrong. Never deal in absolutes.
Oh.
Never deal in absolutes.
You make me want to stab stuff, Liam. And by stuff, I mean your face. Use that. Imagine this piece of purple fabric is Liam's face and stab it with a needle. Oh, now that sounds interesting. Omen stabs the fabric repeatedly. Die, Liam. I'll stab you in an insufferable, beautiful sweater. Oh, you channeled Omen's desire to stab Liam into a healthy outlet. Genius. Guess I'll take a win where I can. You gain +2 boldness and -2 charm for introducing Omen to the Wonder World hobby of fabric stabbing.
MVP.
Aw, yeah.
How are you going to manage to get stupider this time?
You know, we're gonna play it by ear. We've been doing a lot of work. We're gonna go to the main stage.
Well.
Add a shark. You go to the main stage and watch a panel on how to make a successful comic. Step 1, good artist copy, great artist steal. Seems easy enough. There's lots of great comics out there to steal from, like Spider-Man. Step 2, write what you know. You know plenty about Spider-Man. The future of your comic books looks great. Step 3, add a shark. Sharks are cool. Well, shit. You don't know that much about sharks. More research will be needed. Still, maybe there's a spider shark comic by Cat in the future. You gain 2 smarts.
Oh, you're back in the green.
Get ready to become one of April Fools, because you, Liam, and Doug are going to see your clown friend concert on the main stage.
Hey, bro!
I can't wait to see April. I'm gonna look up to her, literally. We'll see how it goes. Come on, Liam, aren't you excited? She's gonna be on a stage. That's like 6 inches higher than everybody. More than height, April needs everyone's full support. An idol is only as good as their audience. Did we get this early?
Crap.
I don't think so, no.
Her audience. As good as her? I mean, crap, what if these people aren't so good either?
They did a performance earlier, but...
It was different.
Yeah.
But that was day 1. This is day 3.
And that performance involved fun necromantic rituals.
It's true.
It did.
With the glow stick, show us your moves. April's fans start flailing their arms like a bunch of deflated air dancers. People have no coordination whatsoever. This is terrible. April's gonna crash and burn. She's gonna lose her private plane and she'll have to ride on my moped. April doesn't have a private plane. Wait, Doug, are you majestically dumb genius? Thanks. A few minutes later, the three of you are at the airport talking to a bunch of aircraft marshalers. And that's why you should come to April's concert, Mr. Air Marshal Union Rep. Ugh, look, it's not the first time some kids have told me to go dance at a concert. What? Really? Yeah, glow stick concert goers think we're hot shit. But as much as we'd like to help you, we don't really feel like it. It's obvious these guys need a little push, Cat. Convince them to help you. Appeal directly to their taste by composing a couple pretty songs about airplanes for concert set list. Tell them if they help you, you will take some of their workload by helping 2 or 3 planes land. That is win-win.
Yep, 100%. I'm so glad you picked that.
Okay, my guys could use a break. They've landed the last 3 planes belly up.
Heck yeah.
You could easily do that for them. You got a deal. Pack up your wands, boys. We're leaving. In our airport shuttle bus ride later, it's showtime. April goes on stage and sings as the aircraft marshalers guide the audience. Run and hide left and right, don't slow down. You can try, but you'll never escape from this clown. Wow, the choreography really brings out the creepiness of the lyrics. Yeah, but more importantly, the audience is really in sync. Look at them doing the stabbing thing with the glow sticks. After the concert, you meet April backstage for a few drinks.
That was epic.
April, you did great. The stage was so high up. Thank you, but I really owe it to all my fan support. Speaking of owing, we might have to run a quick errand later today, okay? A couple hours later, in the cockpit of a plane, Jumbo 153 cleared to land. First officer, why are there 3 youngsters on the runway? Not sure, Captain, but they have marshalling wands. They seem to be dancing. You're right. Good golly. Their enthusiasm is infectious. Doesn't it make you want to dance along?
Yeah.
Yes, Captain. If only that helped us land the plane. It's been an honor to fly with you, sir. Hey, you never promised to be good replacements. You lose 2 creativity but gain 2 charm because you helped April bring down the house and a plane.
Aw, yeah.
I know a shortcut.
If I shit myself again, I'm not going to be happy.
Oh my god, I don't know what's gonna happen.
I'm gonna risk going to the hotel again. You go to the hotel,
No!
and before you can do anything, you're ambushed by an irrepressible urge to poop. You feel lucky since you don't feel etc, etc.
I am so...
Am I allowed to turn at any point again in this game?
I don't know, maybe... Community zone, that's fine.
You're gonna get a
Lobby...
good twist to redeem your
Maybe-
poop arc.
Maybe I
Let's
should
go.
have chosen to go somewhere else than the hotel, I'm thinking.
There's a Smash Your Bros tournament going on at the community zone. You sign up because love always trumps violence. The matches involve 8 players each, and things get horny and confusing quite fast. In the end, it's very hard to tell who actually won, but you all surely got +2 fun in the process. Oh my god, stop it. You then look over and see Liam, Omen, Doug, and Nico chatting in front of a scoreboard. Sports, in your con, you'd better check this anomaly out. Hey Brosentia, do you want to play imaginary ball with us? You basically sit together and imagine you're playing a ball game. It's fun, probably. Ready to play? Let's have me against all of you. Ha! You've made a critical strategic error, Vampire. 1 versus 4 is a completely unfair distribution. You're right, it is completely unfair. For you 4. It is on. You and your friends sit down, close your eyes, and start imagining as hard as you can. You imagine yourself on the beach. You don't want to be left out, but you don't want to play sports either, even if they're imaginary. Do any of you see the ball? No, just the insides of my eye sockets. Are we winning? Huh, I've just got a point. What? How? Forfeit your point to me or forfeit your life? Yes, I score again. You think maybe Liam's full of it, but then a referee shows up and awards Liam 2 imaginary points. Whoa, nice. I wish I were half the athlete you are, Liam. Liam somehow stomps everyone's ass at Imaginary Ball. A crowd has formed to cheer him on. He's up 20-0, which is to say, he keeps repeating, "Ha! I score again," with his eyes closed. "Oh! Sorry, Yank, I gotta hit the bench. I think I twisted my imaginary ankle." "Fine! Be gone from me! Brossentia, get in there and win me some points, or I will twist both of your imaginary ankles." Shit, you don't have imaginary medical insurance. You'd better beat Liam at this game, but how? Okay, Anime Mastermind plot twist reveal that you imagine that 1 week before your team paid millions of imaginary dollars to hire Liam, so all his points have been for your team. Throw Liam off by asking him why he isn't wearing imaginary pants in the imaginary match. Oh my god. I think we gotta... It's plot twist time. Liam's been on our team all along? What a twist! No, that's not true. I've never been on your team. But Brossentia imagined that you were, so per the rules of Imaginary Ball, it is true. You're right, the clues were staring us in the face all along. Liam's even wearing our team uniform. No, I'm not. And look, he's been carrying an imaginary briefcase full of the imaginary money Brossentia hired him with. How could I miss that? Liam, you sly dog. I'm almost impressed. You really thought that you could deceive me, but I'm far too intelligent to be fooled by your double cross. I'm not crossing you. You're just making stuff up. Which is probably the point of Imaginary Ball, but what would I know? Why would I lie about that? I could obviously never fool a smart guy like Liam. He's clearly been in on this strategy with me the whole time. What? No, Of course I knew about Brosentia's plan all along. It's just that... we thought if we told you all before the match, it would be too confusing of a strategy for you. That's true. It's very confusing for me. Did we win? We did. 3 cheers for Liam. Hip hip hooray. You all hoist Liam in the air and cheer for him like the star athlete he is. Well, not literally. You sit in a circle and imagine that you're doing it. It's still epic. You gain +2 smarts for your quick thinking, but lose 2 fun. Okay, let's see. Choose something bad. Oh my gosh.
Well, clearly the answer is Faizu shitting himself.
Faizu shitting himself. We can still hit random for this. I'm gonna go...
we're gonna hit random for this.
Yeah. Bad. Pink jelly. Pink jelly's bad.
Pink jelly sounds delicious.
Cranberry.
Wow, I love cranberries. Faizu, what's your bad thing?
You know what? There is nothing bad in this world. Everything is wonderful and
So literally nothing is bad. Faizu has chosen that nothing is bad.
Never mind. I've just remembered that Animorphs Game Boy Color exists.
Animorphs for Game Boy Color.
Insisting that everything is pants-shittingly good.
Ha! Except for... Okay, you have rebuilt society on a desert island. You can totally ban the bad thing from this new society of yours. Player order is based on what you'd prefer to ban. Oh my god.
I want to ban the random
not cranberries, but we're gonna do... No! Apparently we are banning Corn Dan's Choice first. I'm sorry, what did you choose again? The random button.
Faizu shitting himself. I'm helping him out.
You banned Faizu shitting himself. That's actually very kind of you.
I am greatly appreciative of this. Thank you.
Yeah, especially since there's the whole ocean.
Court.
Let's see if the game
I want to cover the last 2 important facts about this place: conversations and guests. First one's fairly simple. If you sit with the same romance option twice in the same run, you'll bond over a conversation. You sit alone twice, you'll have some you time to sit and reflect on life and stuff. It's like a conversation, but with yourself. Each playable character has one of these. And what about the guests? I wanted to tell you there's 3 things you got to do if you want to get a date with one of them. First, you have to meet their date requirements by the end of the run. You have clues for what these requirements are when you first greet the guest, and they tell you what their type is. Second, you gotta have a fun little date with them to get know each other better. It's just calling them a second time when you come back to the food court. Third, remember to choose none of them when you're asked which romance option you want to date at the end of the turn. And that'll be all. Now let's go sit somewhere. Well, I guess I gotta, you and Miranda go out to a fancy restaurant. She's disappointed there are only 2 forks per table setting, so you decide to cheer her up with a little white lie. You explain the candle holder is a special blunt silverware tool for smashing your food into easily consumable pancakes. You two have a blast flattening your steaks and salads. The waiters aren't amused, but you sure are.
Ah, yeah.
Where to sit?
Where to sit? I gotta go back. Sorry, Omen. Still getting used to the modern world. What does she miss from the Redemption Art Program? Let's talk about the modern world. I want to know. Don't get me started on that. Monsterkind should reassess whether or not the world needs this many inventions. Vacuum-powered cleaners, machines that condition the air, mops. I can't keep up with all that. It would feel less impossible if I could get some sort weekly newsletter in my email explaining a bunch of inventions each time. Wait, how the heck do you know about email and newsletters but not AC and mops? What's so hard to comprehend, Procentia? If you have more than a century's worth of progress to learn about, you might end up learning it out of order. Fair point. Also, Liam got me this phone the other day. It's supposed to help me since I can look up stuff on the internal net. Still, it's taking me weeks to understand how it works. Liam explained it, but I tend to block out his Liam noises. I don't want to admit this defeat to him, so I've been doing research at the library. It's the worst punishment ever to be inflicted upon me. Is it? Anyway, I'm sure you'll eventually realize all this learning is worth your time, because in the end, these inventions you have to learn about are useful and make our lives easier. Well, not mine! Take that grotesque nightmare that are revolving doors. What do they help? What was not working with regular doors to start with? Okay, most of these inventions are useful and make our lives easier. Stupid present times. Procentia, would you be down to strategize a plan for wiping out, let's say, 30% of last century's progress with me? I'd rather not. What if instead, help you to learn all about these modern inventions? We could start with your phone. Omen likes this idea. You spend the next few hours helping them set up email so they can receive newsletters. Teaching Omen is exhausting, but it's definitely worth your time.
I bet I can get a discount.
Yeah.
Well, I've gotta go sit with my girl. Zoe. We're gonna talk about what's next for Zoe. I'm curious. What a question. I just thought with Liam prom and all, I can only imagine your future must be looking bright. Yeah, it's wild. It was this little silly idea I had, right? Almost like a creative exercise. Can I turn the not-so-popular Liam into the center of a compelling story?
Ooh.
And then, kaboom! Liams everywhere. Totally. The initial scope of this idea was so small, and now the sky's the limit. It started as a fanfic with some art to depict the Liams, but lately my inbox has been brimming with opportunities of all sorts. Plushies, a tabletop role-playing game set in Liam Academy, multiple offers to turn Liam Prom into a video game. Whoa, say yes to everything, sign all the deals. Next up, Liam Prom pizza restaurants and Liam-themed lingerie. That'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? But I'm always a bit wary. The bigger you become and the more stuff you sign, the more you gotta abide by what others expect from you. It makes me think of April. I sometimes worry about her, with the whole contract thing, always having to be camera ready.
Aww.
I wonder if fame is that important in the end. It took me eons to find my truth, so it's a shame to see someone who's contractually obliged not to show theirs. Yeah, when you put it like that. Of course, it's not the same. It's gotta be 10 times harder when you are your own brand, like how it is for April. Have you talked to her? It feels like you could help each other out since you're going through stuff that's similar in some ways. You're right, maybe I can do that later. It's just that I wanted to talk to you too. I really value your perspective. That means a lot, really. And so, you spend some hours on this, helping Zoe surmise what she really wants and the best parts of all these opportunities she's been given.
charisma's pretty high. Do I get a
Oh,
discount?
I am so smart.
SMRT.
I'm disappointed in you for managing to get your smarts up.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, good job.
You have positive intelligence, Kat. I expect better of you.
I'm gonna ask her about her past.
I feel
Oh
like it's
my-
going to be very murdery.
My past.
I'm hoping it's murdery.
Wanna know how I
Yeah.
met Doug? It's surely a story of the past. I'd love to hear that. Great. So Doug and I go way back. We used to go to the same high school. Back then, when I was 13 or 14, I would have the worst nervous breakdowns ever. I can imagine. Being 14 is not easy. No, you can't. They were nasty. Nowadays, I only have one or two every now and then. But back then, big yikes. I was super embarrassing. So there was this one day that I accidentally unplugged my earplugs during class, right? Oof, not good. That's an understatement, Kat. All of a sudden, my phone started banging music out loud for the whole class to hear. Worst of all, it was some J-Rock song. So basically outing myself as a weeb, you could see the judgment in everyone's eyes.
Oh no.
I was losing it. I wanted to die so badly. And then Doug, the big nerd he is, got excited when he realized it was the opening to an anime he loved. He said it out loud, all hyped, and the class started laughing at both of us. We were still the butt of a joke that day, but we were the butt of the joke together. And that makes everything more bearable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. From that day, I felt a bit less like a weirdo and a bit less alone. And we stuck together since. That's so friggin' nice. I hope I can make you feel that one day.
I don't think so.
But you're one big weirdo. If anything, you sometimes make me think that being a weirdo can be a good thing, you silly goose.
Ah.
Like, I'd totally be the butt of a joke with you any day. You could learn a thing or two of being the master of the butt of the joke. April! Hug.
Oh my god.
Encouraged by our words, you share with April some of the most legendary times where you were the butt of a joke. She almost chokes from laughter, which makes you fuzzy inside.
Day 4.
Day 4. Oh,
This can't be that hard.
Oh, it's almost time to find a date, but first it's almost time to publish your comic.
The more important task.
Now's your chance for one final brainstorming session to polish it. What's the best way to combat a hangover? Intense poetry slams? Oh no. That would hurt so much. Passionately kissing your own hand. 6 years of majoring in biomedical engineering. Holding a heavy object between your butt cheeks. Okay.
No,
A good workout?
I kind of want to go for 6 years of majoring in biomedical engineering.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, majoring in biomedical engineering. I'm taking notes.
So am I.
Draw your
Oh damn, we
weapon.
raised Cat Smarts again.
Get it?
If you were in a band, what would you name it? Twin Dolphins of Fire. Surgical eye removal. Kawaii eyes forever. Anal beads, sexy, deadly whiplash.
Anal bead, sexy, deadly whiplash.
Sexy,
and I'm
deadly
not-
whiplash.
I
I'm
feel
not
like-
just saying that so that I have an excuse to say anal beads, sexy, deadly whiplash on Bro Essentials channel and not get told off for it.
Well,
It's
can't argue with
part of the
everyone wanting it.
stream. You gotta say it.
The only downside
Say
is it
what?
makes
Say
my charm
anal
go
beads?
down.
No.
Right, I gotta get my charm back up. Near the merch hall, you find a mysterious fortune-telling machine. There's a sign that says "Ask a wish and Zoltar will grant it."
Ooh, Zoltar.
Originality's not your strong suit, so you ask to be big. The machine spits out a ticket that says your wish is granted. You keep walking around wanting to get bigger, but you don't feel any different until you look at your butt. Yes, you now have a big, juicy +2 charm butt. Wishes do come
Heck
true.
yeah.
No.
It's just like that movie.
So you're in the middle of a plot line, huh? I'm here to explain a small twist. Normally, when choosing an option in an event, you will gain the stat associated with that option and lose the stat associated with the other option, right? Hope you're paying attention to the other tutorials. Well, the last event of each plot line goes back to our classic stat threshold mechanic from previous games.
Ooh.
Does this mean? In these events, each option is tied to a stat. You gotta guess which stat is tied to each option, then check your own stats, okay?
Okay. This
Then if you want to succeed, you must choose the option tied to your higher stat of the two. You choose right, congratulations. You'll be one step closer to getting a secret ending. If you choose wrong, then you'll fail the event and the plotline will come to an end, preventing you from getting its secret ending.
Oh no.
No pressure, right? Nothing else to say. Go for it, player.
You're playing D&D again.
Yes! Yeah. You race the community zone for the final session of Liam's Wizards and Whatever campaign. It's time to show that final boss. Who's boss?
Wyverns.
The French say.
Wyverns.
Welcome, everyone. We ended last session with you all preparing the battlefield for the inevitable confrontation with the evil warlock. Now he's finally arrived. Ha! Are you the only heroes this pathetic village can scrounge up? Killing you would be a breeze. You're no match for Angelor, ruler of the dark magic side. Wow, Liam, cool costume. And you're really owning that shirtless look. Have you been hitting the gym lately or what? No, thanks. I've been doing a bit of exercise to look like a more accurate Angelor. You know, for immersion. Well then, you're going down, Angelor. We'll defeat you with the power of justice. And teamwork. And waffles. Don't flatter yourselves. I've felt thousands of would-be heroes in my immortal lifetime, and the shame of that hasn't yet caught up to me. I'm sure that when it does, I'll develop a complex internal conflict which I'll face with the support of newly found friends. But today is not that day. Prepare to die. Who needs therapy when you can project your shit on a TTRPG campaign, am I right? Evil, tragically misguided, devilishly handsome warlock seems to be capable of controlling the fog with his superior mind. But you may remember the fog can suppress the better judgment of people. Now Angelor is throwing a good chunk of it towards you. What do you do?
Oh.
What you'd like to do is hug Liam, since projecting all kinds of stuff this campaign low-key feels like a cry for help. But he'd never forgive you for hugging him in public. Instead, it's time to defeat Liam. I mean, Angelor the evil warlock, once and for all. If you know anything about Liam, you can get the warlock to join your side by finding a common enemy, people who misuse the word literally, or fix this villain the way all evil, sexually frustrated men get fixed with a big titty goth girlfriend.
Oh my god.
I mean,
you know what?
Ridiculous.
But no, that's ridiculous. No, it's not. I have a good authority that a big titty goth girlfriend is what you get out of your Dark Lord phase. What? Really? Liam, my man, I didn't know you had game. It's not that big of a surprise. Our friend here knows a lot about wine and poetry, and he's probably the best GM ever. I always wanted a big titty goth girlfriend. You were living the dream. Sure. Bountiful goth breasts made all my crimes against monster kind worth it. So did dating a goth girl actually turn you into a good guy? Well, there were other factors at play. She helped me regain my moral compass, right my wrongs, and showed me a life not built on hate and fear. But yes, I won't pretend that her breasts didn't help too.
breasts solve so many problems.
They do.
Sure.
We may not be together anymore, but I keep good memories of her. Then it's settled. We gotta find this warlock a voluptuous baddie, stat. Your party spends the rest of the session searching the land to get your down bad villain some spooky coochie. Eventually,
I am using that expression in the future.
A beautiful shadow nymph in the forest with boobs for days.
Ooh.
The warlock abandons evil to spend his life wooing and worshiping the nymph, who's apparently super into that. Sex wins again.
Yay!
Oh, that surely was a twist, and a nice one too. It showed us that love was always more powerful than violence. Yeah, this campaign has been a wonderful ride, isn't it? You never knew what was coming next. Mad GM skills, Liam, you dog. Wanna go get some drinks to celebrate the genius plan? IRL this time. Heck yeah, and I want Liam to tell us everything about his bad boy days and about that big titty goth ex-girlfriend of his.
Yeah.
Look at Liam working his inner demons through tabletop RPG, and he's so happy about the outcome of this that he invites you all to a pizza dinner. Hooray! You gain one free pizza and +2 charm for resorting to the power of big titty fueled love.
Ooh.
Truly the greatest stuff.
I think I
like the Mario theme.
Walking around the lobby, you see a kid tripping over and scratching his knees. Stupid kids, when will they learn? Still, you decide to take pity on him. You don't know how to comfort a child, so you just pat his head and say, "You have no enemies." You leave, proud of your words of wisdom. He doesn't stop crying, but you gain 2 boldness for how cool you looked inside your head.
I'm so doing that the next time I see my nieces.
You have no enemies. Oh yeah. You're leaving your last
It's so
activity.
hard.
Oh yeah.
It's so hard to be bold when you're walking around farting the whole time.
It's true. You're leaving your
Or does that make you more bold? You're willing to do it.
I really hope Faizu doesn't just go poop.
Please, God, no. My arsehole is already a ring of fire.
I mean, you might get a secret poop ending. You never know. You're leaving your last activity when an omen steps directly into your path. Prosencha! Hi?
Is she just mad at you because you farted when she showed up?
Hi. Is everything okay? Do not interrupt me. As of late, I find myself a bit into you and sex. Perhaps even both at the same time. Do not let it go to your head. It is a rare day when a glorious overlord such as myself stoops to lay with a pathetic worm like you. Anyway, I'm here to make you mine, but I am unsure of the current courtship rituals and therefore do not know how to proceed. I thought it best to simply ask you directly, what is the typical courting procedure these days? Fiction has forever changed courtship. Now you need 5 seasons of will they, won't they, a love triangle, and at least one only one bed situation. Or the rigors of courtship have been simplified into 4 bases. Kissing, hand stuff, hole stuff, and trauma dumping.
The latter is very accurate, however, I am a big fan of why catch. There's only one bed in this hotel. We're going to have to share.
Yeah, but I don't think my charm would... I think this is smarts.
I would guess that's smarts.
There's
a
thinking...
small chance it could be creativity, but I'd go with smarts for that one.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
I think this one is... Really? How efficient! Without warning, Omen yanks you in for a kiss. Your lips slide over her beautiful, steel-cold mouth. Then she's gone, and before you can process what just happened, she punches you in the face. There! Kissing and hand stuff in less than a minute. I am crushing you with this. Next thing you know, you're sitting at the edge of a bottomless hole with Omen, tossing in some stuff you no longer need. Farewell, left glove, left arm brace, left shoe. Wait, shit! Oh well, what are you throwing out, Prosencha? Your dreams of Owen doing despicable things to your hole tonight, for one. Just old clothes and some potential blackmail material I want buried. Very smart. That means we're on to step 4, right? Trauma dumping? Here's mine. I'm still not over Scabby's Tavern shutting down. It was a dank, moldy hole of blood, sin, and cheap run. Ah, gods, I miss it. Well, I'm surprised you didn't bring up being trapped in an Iron Maiden for centuries. Huh? I mean, sure, imprisonment was boring, but Scabby's was legendary. Fair. I also noticed you haven't mentioned losing your hand. I want you to know that I'm here for you if you ever want to talk about it. Who cares about my hand? Damned if I wouldn't lose the other one if that meant they'd reopen that tavern. Anyways, it's your turn for trauma. Go. Well, intimacy requires vulnerability, so you bear the deepest trauma you have, the story that you won't ever bring out for truth or dare. Yes, that is quite sad, but if you could have gone to Scabby's Tavern, you would know that its closure was sadder. I think I want a trauma. I suspect I want a hand stuff and kissing too. I did not think to throw out blackmail material though, so you were the superior hole stuffer. Maybe we could have a rematch sometime? It's a deal. You and Omen watch the sun sink into the horizon, gaining 2 fun and losing 2 creativity.
Ready for some
Essentially, I'm so proud of you for being the superior hole stuffer.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
baby.
Where am I gonna shit myself today?
Shitting in the
community
expo.
zone.
The community zone.
The community zone. You've been wanting to... fuck, you're about to poop yourself. You run like no one has ever run before, reaching your hotel room just in time not to poop all over yourself.
No! Oh, Faizu, I'm so sad for you.
I hope that's a secret ending.
I really hope so.
You sit down to watch a panel on how to break the ice and make friends with cons.
Next time I'll get to
They
play
have
this
no
game.
idea. They hope the hosting a panel would force them into being more social. What an honest fella. During the Q&A, a group asked the panelists if they wanted to join them for some dinner and drinks, and it did work. Gain 2 smarts for learning this cool trick to break ice, and next year you may host a panel yourself.
Aw, yeah.
I'm so smart now.
So smart. 5.
Later, you and April's clown egg are having one of your now frequent heart-to-heart chats. Can I tell you a secret, little April? I think I'm really starting to like Big April. And this might be crazy, but I think she might like me too.
Stop talking to the egg.
But you can't tell her, okay? Not even with a telepathic connection I'm convinced you two share.
I'm starting to worry about you.
I'm fine. Then your alarm goes off and April's done with work for the day. You stuff little April in your pocket and run to meet up with her big sister. Hi, Kat, it's good to see you. What do you want to do now that I'm free? Whatever you feel like, I just hope nobody tries to split us up this time. Gosh, same. How crazy would it be if that happened again? Who would even try to come between us now? A jealous ex, or maybe the government? Ah! Well, anyway, I was thinking we could...
It's me, Nico.
Hey, April! I've been looking all over for you. I met this guy that you have to date. Huh? Since when do you play matchmaker, Nico? Since right now! Meet my friend and your soulmate, Serpentito!
Oh, it's the small steak.
Oh my god.
It's got abs!
Holy shit,
This may be the hottest snake I have ever seen.
I took
Hello, my sweet tropical flower. Let me wrap myself around your gorgeous, delicate throat. You're joking, right? I would never joke about true love between a clown and a sexy snake. Damn, little April. I should have known there'd be another bump in the road to making Big April mine. Kat, I thought you registered my clown egg days ago. Instead, you're just talking to it? That's so creepy. This seems like a bad time. Serpentito and I can come back later. Yikes, even the psychosexual attachment you've been frowned upon, you formed with little April seems to be freaking out Big April. Is there any way you can smooth this over and still get the girl?
You totally got to go with the bottom one.
I don't
What do you
know.
think is the right answer?
I'm trying to figure out which stats are associated with which. The bottom might be charm,
I
the
think
top
so.
might be boldness, but then I could see either of them being creativity as well.
Yeah. The bottom does look like charm. The top looks like...
I think it might be creativity, but I could see the bolt. I don't know.
Bottom is either like complete idiot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
idiot, bold, or charm.
I'm gonna go with it.
It was charm.
What?
Baby.
You heard me. How could you ask me to abandon your precious child in some cold and loving registry? You really think I laid this egg? Well, yeah, out of your clown cloaca, I assume.
No.
Those are not a pair of words I ever want to hear again in my life.
No. Saxon is really going down.
No!
The cloaca is an orifice that ejects all lower body excretions, just as poops, eggs, and... I know what a fucking cloaca is! I just don't have one!
Oh
no! I mean, where did you get these weird assumptions on clown anatomy exactly? The Wikipedia page for clowns and fish. I didn't expect so much to overlap in these two species, but I'm not one to judge. I think you read the page for clownfish. Fish and clowns have very different anatomy, for the record.
Oh no.
They do? Oh geez, no wonder I flunked biology. Either way, I'm really sorry I didn't register your egg. Thought it was an important part of you, and well, you're important to me.
Aww.
Can't stay mad at you, even when you're being a bit of an idiot. Actually, especially then. Honk honk! Look at that, being an idiot finally got you laid. Never give up on your dreams.
Well, it got the egg laid too.
You and April go out to dinner to celebrate, and you order an omelet of little April's in honor. And it's a side of hash browns and plus 2
You got an omelet?
Seems like you're all doing really well with your dates. My date with the toilet is going extremely well.
All right. Let's
Yeah, I gotta shoot my shot. Omen, you're mine.
Okay, I need opinions. Do I actually risk asking Zoe, or do I just resign
I have no
myself
idea.
to shitting myself?
I think you get a special ending on none of them. That's what I firmly feel is gonna happen.
Yeah, it's just me and my toilet.
Clown Cloaca it is.
I like April so much more than I expected.
Me too.
April is great.
Oh,
I
our
immediately
comic.
expected to dislike her, and it's just night and day.
It's time to see how the comic has turned out.
It's the comic.
Okay, what was the goal we agreed on for these days'
Shit,
work?
what was the goal we agreed on?
The
The cover,
fighting.
the overall plot, and one full finished page.
yeah.
Do you remember how you solved each one of our exercises?
Yes.
It's key to know how the music... Which is Liam's pedantic way of now as we'll see how the options you chose will affect the comic you're about to see.
Is this going to be like Mad Libs?
I don't know. Sue me for wanting to imbue poetry in our day-to-day. I may sue you later, Liam. For now, I want to take a peek at this comic. Finally, the art gang gathers around to put the pieces of your greatest masterpiece together. Time to see the fruits of your labor.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Punching harder. Only an organization known as the Slayers of Gunwolves can keep them at bay, but in order to join their ranks, you must prove their worth by passing a ruthless test, winning a fighting tournament.
Ooh.
The first part of your test challenges the young warrior to reveal their most niche fetish in painful detail.
Ooh.
The second part of the test, a fighting tournament. It's always a fighting tournament. Duh. Our brave hero Damien dreams of joining their ranks. All the odds are stacked against him, but he'll do his best, for he's a strong reason to join. He made a bet while he was drunk. There's also Aravi, Damien's rival. She's cool and aloof, but her mysterious demeanor hides a dark past she carries in silence. She still doesn't know which colors combine to make green.
My god.
Oh no.
In order to join, they will train under the tutelage of a coach, a powerful old man who retired from the organization years ago. Against all odds, he'll awaken the two warriors' dormant potential via the most unorthodox training, 6 years of majoring in biomedical engineering. Will they pass the exam? Will they join the Slayers of Gunwolves? Buy the fucking comic to find out. After they both managed to reveal their most niche fetish in painful detail, who'd have predicted that Damien and Aravi would face each other at the tournament finals?
Oh baby.
Looks like today you'll get a taste of my secret technique. Anal beads sexy deadly whiplash. Okay, you can do Aravi.
I may
owe you
Oh,
after
go ahead.
saving my life when we were majoring in biomedical engineering, but I won't hold back, you fuckface.
Ding. Whoa.
Cool, Shonen. Rivals turn friends, friends turn opponents. Damien or Aravi, who will become a Slayer of Gunwolves?
Seriously? You're not asking anyone to the party? You're telling me that when presented with the options find love maybe and die alone definitely, you choose the second one? Fine, that's your life, I guess, but maybe consider getting some perspective. Jeez. The pain of loneliness is too much. You decide to move to Scotland and become a goat herd. You fully isolate yourself from society. You grow your own crops and wipe your ass with reusable toilet paper made from goat wool. And when the solitude is too much to bear, you carve a wooden dildo from a pine tree and do what you must.
Oh no.
And no, it's not sad. Everyone else is just sad that they don't have goats to herd or a wooden dildo to... Splinter!
Oh no.
I'm sad they did not
I expected-
capitalize on pooping forever.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of bullshit.
You finally
Yeah.
gather your courage and ask your closest friend to go to the con after party with you. Okay. A party, you say? The last party I went to was Diabolus, scourge of all that is Holy's 112th birthday. We burned a village to the ground, salted the fields, feasted upon the victims' innards, and made confetti off their ashes. Will this after party be anything like that? No, probably not, but there will be a hot dog truck. Oh, why did you not open with that? Let us party.
I feel
The after party was a momentous occasion. Yeah! Omen challenged the bartender to an arm wrestling contest to get free drinks. Bartender agreed, thinking he had an advantage, but even though Omen's minus an arm, it's true what they say, quality over quantity. Omen got you both free drinks for as long as you could avoid security. Hell yeah!
I got a secret ending according to this achievement.
Ooh.
You finally gather your courage and ask your favorite clown to go to the con after party with you. The after party, huh? I'm surprised you're not inviting little April. I mean, I put that face behind me for now. It's good, because I really do like you.
Honk honk.
So, how about I pick you up at 8? Honk honk. Yes! We did it, old friend! The after party was great, but the end of the night was even better. April took you back to your place and showed you a good time in her balloon room. It was a sight to behold.
Oh my god!
In a way, you're grateful for all the hoops you had to jump through to date her because they led to this night of warm, balloony bliss. And soon after the con was over, you and Little April went together to give Little April to the Clown Egg Registry. It's a tearful farewell. Honk honk!
You didn't ask any of your friends to go to the party with you because you've already got your heart set on an adorable mermaid.
Aw.
Party, you say? I would be delighted to attend. What sort of party is it? A coronation? A royal birth? Ooh, is it an execution? I've been looking for an excuse to use my bloodletter's bread knife. No, it's just a casual low-stakes party for all the con attendees. Alright, can I still bring my bread knife?
Yeah!
Totally. The after party was splendiferous. You and Miranda spent the evening showing the lowly peons on the dance floor what a proper waltz looks like. They gave you weird looks because you were waltzing the GJ's EDM music, but that's their fault for being uncultured. At the end of the night, you gave Miranda a classy kiss on the hand, which evolved into some less classy kisses on the lips. Huzzah!
Ooh. Yay, we did it!
31 new events, 21 new outcomes, and 2 secret endings.
Basically,
Yeah.
we have barely touched the content, but before we knew it, the
That's
con
true.
had ended. It was just 4 days, but we could swear it felt like an entire lifetime. All sorts of misadventures took place, entire friendships blossomed, and we ourselves changed as people. The idea of going back to our day-to-day lives made us feel a bit disoriented. Promises were made of not growing apart, of meeting again soon. Still, we would lie if we said it didn't feel a bit sad to leave all of that behind. But as each of us went our own way, we realized that wherever we went, these people would be there with us. And with that came a truth that to this day we hold close to our hearts, that no matter where we are, we belong. It's a thought that still gives us warmth, that makes us feel, once again, young and unafraid. And it reminds us that even as years go by, we will always be ready to start.
Dream, you would not believe what you have to deal with. So many companies treat you like you're robbing like a thief. But you don't
There they
have
go,
to
all
fear.
crying.
It won't
There they
happen
go.
with me.
Yeah.
We're meant to trust each other.
Oh my gosh.
This is so good.
The monster game endings are always fantastic.
Speaking con. Comic. Ow!
I'm really curious to see comics, how the comics change through across their different playthroughs. My god, I
Yeah.
can't words tonight.
There's a lot on that list of unlocks.
Oh,
Yeah, there really is.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's a vampire.
Yeah, it looks like Senko from Darkstalkers.
Yeah.
Probably an intentional cosplay reference.
Probably.
I'd a guess.
The figurine. Not the creepy cat.
I like Juan.
Juan is amazing. How dare you? Oh wait, did you mean me?
Juan screwed me over so many times.
I mean, that seems like a you problem.
That's fair. SpookyCon.
Thanks for playing! Leave us a good review!
Ah. Yay, thanks for playing.
Aside from the whole Faizu shitting himself thing, this was a much smoother experience than these games usually are. They really like perfected the formula.
I love the first one. The second one felt like the dialogue stuff went on a bit too long.
Yeah.
Like you were there for 10 minutes reading that stuff. I didn't actually play Monster Road Trip very much. But this feels like they've gone back to the balance of the first one and added in a lot of stuff.
I can date Bruce now.
Yes, so many unlocks from that.
Oh my gosh.
Got a lot of
New
outfits now.
new comic genre. Yeah.
I got 2 outfits for April.
I'm intrigued that new plot line was one of the things it popped up with.
Oh, yeah. Well, everybody, this has been a lot of fun. Again, Monster Prom for MonsterCon just came out this week. I got it for free. I did buy the DLC because, you know, I like to support indie devs. That's always important for me. But I hope that you all enjoyed watching. You know, Faizu and Flannel Cat, it's been a while since we've had you here. Thanks for coming and playing. I wonder, do you have anything that you'd like to plug? Anything going on over at your streams or that you're a part of? Faizu first?
I did start streaming again a couple of days ago after a few months hiatus. Just the usual stuff, weird retro things, the oddest and most terrible point-and-click adventures I can find, Nancy Drew games, occasionally horror stuff. But no, just... I may have some stuff to talk about in the future, but not just yet. There's some stuff I'm working on.
Well, sweet. Yeah, I know the Nancy Drew games are silly. They're fairly good in some ways, kind of silly in other ways. It's great.
Some of them are dreadful, but you kind of expect that from a series that has about 37 games in it at this point, depending on how you're counting.
Oh, yeah. I'd say, like, come on, even Zelda has a couple bad games. I'm trying to remember which ones. Not the CDI ones. Those are great. Those are perfect.
I didn't much like Spirit Tracks on the DS, but that...
I saw somebody streaming it right now, and I'm like, well, guess we're not reading them now. Take that, nerds. Hey, Flannel Cat, what are you doing these days?
I am continuing to stream every weekday in the mornings or afternoons or whatever time zone you're in. It's a lot. I've been doing morning roguelikes lately, so I will open each stream with a run or two of a roguelike. We went through most of Isaac. We did all of hold on, I actually want to bring these up. And like we've been beating stuff. We did all of Isaac. We are working on Children of Morta. We did most of Void Rains Upon Her Heart. We did all of the Kudelka Shadow Hearts thing. That's newish. I forgot its name at this point. But
the new what now?
Any Blood Hellbound. The Shadow Hearts spiritual sequel stuff.
I didn't know that was a Shadow Heart spiritual sequel. I need to look into this. What's it called?
I think the series is called Penny Blood, but the roguelike that's out that is like a precursor to it is Penny Blood Hellbound. But Penny Blood is kind of in like looking for a publisher hell right now. But the roguelike was really good.
I love roguelikes. One of my favorites.
And it's been really fun to just like start streams with it and, you know, do what I'm going to do afterwards. And we just kind of keep going through them, and we've been beating stuff and like games I would have never really beaten. And it's been really fun and exciting and like thoroughly like good.
That's great. Yeah, there are just so many good games coming out right now. Like I've been playing too much Blueprints. I
need to play that. I've been alternating between Souls likes and doing solo repo runs, but Blueprints looks like it's right up my alley.
Solo repo runs are a lot of fun. Blueprints, highly recommended, although I will say there are a few puzzles that it's a puzzle game. There's going to be BS. And I personally went and looked a couple things up because I want to enjoy it. If I'm not enjoying a puzzle game, then I'm going to look it up and keep enjoying it. But everybody plays things different.
No gatekeeping. Like, if that's the way to keep you enjoying it, then by all means do it.
Yeah. Well, we are going to go ahead and raid Seth Highwind, who is playing possibly the ugliest Mega Man game I have ever seen. What is this? Rockman Dash?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know that one? Do we have a good quote from Monster Prom?
None that are safe for work.
Don't shit yourself.
You just do honk honk if you want.
Oh, yeah, honk honk.
Can I use terrifying clown emotes with that?
You sure may.
The answer is Clown Coeca.
Clown Coeca is not a raid message. No. Bad.
No.
I learned about clown eggs today, and it's all your fault.
We will not be talking about Clocussie.
Everybody go and look at the Clown Egg Registry right now. And other than that, I'll be back tomorrow, 4:30 p.m., I believe, for Kusogrande. And yeah, an endurance round. Enjoy 2 hours of bad. Okay, till then, see you later, Corn Dan. And bye, friends.
Bye,
Goodbye.
Bye.